problems, but that's side point. Okay, cool. Let's see. Put it on there. Oh, I think we're in. I think we're live. I think we're back. Hold on a second. Yep, there we are. Okay, everybody. Hi. So I want to apologize first of all for the audio difficulties. We are still working them out. It appears that for some reason Adam is still having audio difficulties. And here's the thing: he's doing the producing today. But excellent. Okay, cool. Again, let's take this from the top. Hello and welcome to Greyhawk presents the Ghosts of Saltmarsh.
Hi.
Yeah, I am Will DM, your game master for this evening. See, you can tell I do too many other shows and shit. I'm a dungeon master, god damn it.
An illustrious one at that.
Thank you. An illustrious dungeon master to boot. So, hello, welcome. This is episode 8 of Ghosts of Saltmarsh, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to introduce everybody, and then we'll go ahead and just jump in because we have a little bit of a late start. But Adam will be on shortly, so I'll just introduce Adam. He's the empty chair currently. That's Adam. He is playing Shaka. I could say whatever the hell I want now because he's not here.
Shaka Khan.
He's playing Shay Khan, yeah, or any of those. And he will be on momentarily. So let's go ahead and start off. Steve, why don't you go ahead and then tell everybody who you are and what you're playing.
All right, hello, I'm Steve. I am playing Voda, a ship hand. He has his ship left without him, and he's gotten into some adventures here, but now there's an opportunity to gain a more or less free ship, so he's all in on that, and he'll pretty much do whatever he has to achieve that.
That's the whole side of Voda that I didn't expect to come out. I didn't realize he was that that into having.
Well, he's not gonna like eat.
I mean, he's a sailor,
but he'll.
Yeah, no, but it sounds like you. It sounds like you might shiv an old man in an alleyway to get your boat, though.
I mean, what sailor doesn't want his own ship? That's the thing, right?
Yeah, true. All right, so now let's jump over to Michael. Michael, go ahead, tell everybody hi and who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I am playing Cyprian, a complicated character who has some powers that seem to be being granted by some kind of a demon inside, and he's discovered that nature doesn't like him very much. He used to be a druid. But he's actually a librarian, so that's what he is, and he's looking for a library.
Right. Okay, I got to point something out right quick. Okay, so as you can see, there's an empty chair where Adam's supposed to be, right? So we got the audio fixed, at least ours, and our boy Dirtbag Don, he's all like, "Damn it! Now I can hear Will. You call that fixed?" Adam had enough wherewithal to type in "ha." That was pretty good. Okay, so next on the Introduce Yourself parade, we have Katie.
I'm Katie. I'm playing Addison. She's a teenage human girl who is decided to come to Saltmarsh because her best friend wrote her a letter to say meet him there, and then he died.
She's a goth druid too.
She's a goth druid.
A teenage human girl who is.
Oh boy!
Decided to come to Saltmarsh because her best friend wrote her a letter to say meet him there, and then he died.
Yeah, we can hear the.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
That's what I sound like.
Oh, look at you! You're cringing over there. And next would be Jairus. Go ahead, sir.
Hi, I'm Jairus. I play Errol. Errol is a young priest, scholarly sort of fellow who has been sent out from his church in the pursuit of knowledge and truth and whatever he can find. And that's what he's here for, anything interesting.
There it is. And I've already introduced the somewhat illustrious Adam, so we won't. Off last week, you guys had a day.
We went down, we found the collapsed tower, got inside, skeletons, scary, came back up, headed back to town, right?
Buried the
Or
tower.
started. I don't think we've like maybe just started our journey or back, or we're just about to start our journey back.
Right.
Can you
Or for
guys hear me?
expedience sake,
Did
maybe we
rebury the
travel
tower
with
before leaving, so.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yep.
Yes, totally can.
All right.
them. I hear you, man.
Okay, we did
I just
have
want to be heard.
we did have a drop frame there. So all that beautiful explanation that Jairus just did, nobody heard that.
That was my best work,
It was your best work, man.
like ever.
So
Not
hold
just
on.
the show,
Take-
my
all right.
entire-
We're gonna take it from the top. So where were you guys? Where did we leave off last week?
I lost my train of thought.
Something
Something about a tower.
Found a tower, explored it, killed some skeletons, buried the tower, headed back to town.
That's true.
Yes.
Boom.
There it is.
Making it look easy.
Yes. Okay, so that's you guys. If I remember correctly, you were still at the tower though. You hadn't left. Weren't you gonna?
Yep, headed
We're
back
s-
to town.
Yeah, we're still
kinda,
there.
like trying to cover it up and make it.
And
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna.
noticeable.
I thought you were gonna camp the night there though.
Yeah, we were.
We
I
were
think
at-
we were. Yeah, were we at the graveyard talking about doing some
Yes.
graveyard?
Yeah.
Already did that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to dig up some bodies.
And
Didn't do that.
Yes, and this is the thing. You guys were covering up the entrance to the below levels of the tower, and then as you spent the night, what you were going to do is you were going to.
Well, Addison was doing the real heavy lifting there.
Yes.
So while she was
Right.
doing that, I was going to just dig up a grave or two.
Yeah, casual.
Sounded
grave.
like a
Right.
colossal waste of time to me. So
Yeah,
I would like to know who's in these graves. It's very important to me.
So there's a thing, that my friend Shay. So each one of these graves was a person once, right? And
irrelevant.
they had a family, and their family took the time to dress them up and put them in a casket and bring them all the way out here and dig the hole, because this is their eternal resting place.
Right. He's saying this. He's
Question
saying
to the cleric.
he's saying this to my back as I'm digging up the
Oh no,
grave.
he's like walking right along with you then. And it
Question to the clerik: why would you waste this land when there's so much ocean to put all these bodies in?
just,
They can
I
feed
didn't
the,
invent
they
the
can feed
concept,
the ocean creatures, go back to nature. Here you've locked them away. Very much big of a waste.
Yeah, again, it's not my belief system. It's just important to the people whose belief system it is, and maybe
they're
we
dead
should
now.
not, disturb these final resting places of, what we're most likely.
So the question I have is, what is Shay using to dig these guys up with?
I've only got, I don't know.
A magical sword?
I've got a magical sword. That's got to do something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know because I haven't opened my character sheet yet.
Well, if I remember correctly, you were the one that was in possession of the Dungeoneer.
Yes.
Dungeon pack.
Yes, I do have a dungeoneering pack.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure there's no shovel in it. There's pitons.
What about a pickaxe?
Is there a pickaxe in there?
Probably not.
Wait a minute.
Without-
Again, not super great for digging a hole. Breaking up rock, sure.
It will take you quite a bit of time with manual if you get the Goth Druid to help you out.
Well, she's busy hiding the entrance there. I don't really want to bother her right now.
So here's the thing: are you now? I guess I should be just asking Addison this. Are you going to take time to, after you finish covering everything up, to hide the hole that goes down into the thing that you guys were in, and then?
I get.
Are you going to then help excavate a grave for the crazy man in the red pajamas?
She would need to be convinced to do that.
I believe that within these graves lie the bodies of those that were part of the Scarlet Brotherhood, and
Can't you
if
just see that on the tombstone?
I mean, they're not going to necessarily advertise it.
Well, here's one thing. Remember how I said you all have that common knowledge skill?
Yeah,
Go ahead and give me a roll on that common knowledge skill.
I don't remember what it was.
Just a
It's
D20.
essentially it's
Just a
whatever
fragment point.
your wisdom is. So it's just a regular D20 roll with whatever your wisdom modifier is. That's your common knowledge skill.
20.
20. You know for a fact the guys that would be buried here are not Scarlet Brotherhood, but would be the ancestors of the people who they could be.
Right. Well, that's what I want to try to find out.
Who became.
Right. Because if they are, then that would mean that we're close to finding the library.
Okay, so you want confirmation that they're Souls.
Souls, yes. Sorry.
In the.
I'm still trying to catch up from.
That's all right.
Fucking up the audio here. So yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to see if there's Soul bodies in here.
Okay. That's what I guess that was his convincing argument for you, Addison. He's like, I want to see if they're Soul.
Is Ned with us? He's not, right?
No,
No.
Ned did not come with you guys.
Okay. Yeah, she'll do it.
Okay.
So again, Miss, I must protest. My dogs don't seem to like it either.
Everyone thinks this is a bad idea.
This is someone's great grandmother, for all we know. And you had a grandmother, right? You remember your grandmother? Would you want 4, dirty, ugly people digging up their grave?
They're dead. They don't know the difference.
I do have something you can read here if it will
grandmother
take
has
your
nothing
mind
to
off of it. I have this book of erotic poetry. I think the cleric needs to spend some time studying.
You just
Well,
went
I mean,
down
I
like
haven't
30
read-
points in Addison's book. Like down. She's like, get out.
I found the book in the mansion. I don't know.
I didn't bring it. It's not mine. I just found it.
Exactly. That's what
That's
everybody
worse. That's worse.
It's a
You took it.
He has now a used erotic
Thought it
poetry
might be a
book.
code book. Wasn't sure.
Okay.
It's code for something.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
call that euphemism, not code.
All right, hold on one sec here, and I will let you know. Okay, so it's got to have it listed in here.
And we should also find a place to camp too. Once do we decide maybe back toward the? There was some sort of landmark.
The
tree.
lightning struck tree.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
definitely do not wish to camp in a graveyard. That sounds unwise.
Addison's like, why?
Well, you know those zombies
Like
or
Wednesday Addams.
skeletons we just fought? For all we know, they're going to come crawling out.
I gotta say this, and this is
I'll
out
have to
of
get that to you,
character.
Michael.
All right.
Out of
Okay.
character. The
It's not on
only
the right
one.
page.
The only one that Shay comes from a place where bravery and warriors are revered, and everybody else is, at best second class citizens. The only one that he has respect for here so far is Addison.
Because she's a dick.
Yeah.
She's not even brave. She just likes being a dick.
Yeah.
And it comes across as
It
brave.
but you know what? It's good enough.
Yeah.
But don't get too close because I'll be dead soon. All right. So did we get one of these open?
Okay, so there.
She
Gonna
will
go
go
ahead
as
and-
far as to dig it up with you, but she will not open it or
Oh, I'll open it and pull the body out.
Yeah.
Or
Assuming
whatever.
there's something to open.
Right.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, true.
In that book, Michael,
Yes.
is going to be color spray
Okay.
and
In the erotic poetry book?
silent image.
Because if that's the case, I think you need to get some antibiotics.
That's my spell book that I've also picked up along with the indulgent.
Right.
Charm person,
Reason I got that book.
magic mouth,
I'll just leave that one alone.
Don't even.
I
Don't
Okay. Okay, so you guys go ahead. You start at you start unearthing everything. You get the dirt up. Underneath there is actually a stone sarcophagus, and the stone sarcophagus, as you're unearthing and
I do have a
removing
crowbar.
The dirt. Yes, you do. Okay, all right.
That's
Yeah,
the only
'cause
useful
that's-
item I have in there.
There you can see on there is there is ancient Sewell writing on the lid of the stone sarcophagus.
Oh.
And
Can I? And I
there's
know. I mean, I don't know that I know ancient Sewell, but the only other language I know besides Common is Sewell. Would I be able
Yes.
to make out any of it, or at least get a gist of what it's
I
trying to
will
say?
help.
Yes, and definitely.
Oh yeah, Cyprian too.
Cyprian speaks ancient Sewell.
All right, well that's helpful.
On the lid of the sarcophagus is basically a blessing by Lendor and a name. And you guys are gonna make me come up with a fucking name. It doesn't matter. It's
How about Bagel?
Bagel.
Bagel. Lendor Bagel.
That is okay. I like it.
Okay.
What about is it? It's not happened to be anybody with the last name of Kelson, right?
No.
Okay.
And Kelson's the first name. I'm pretty sure it's Mock.
Mock, yeah.
Mock is the last name. Begellian is the name on the tomb.
Yeah. So
Does that mean anything to anybody?
Begellian Stessel. There you go. There's the name.
It's having a lot of fun, digging up these graves and everything, but just want to make sure we're all on the same timetable here, ship to get to, right? So just making sure.
So when you get this ship, you plan on starting your own merchant business or hiring it out? Or...
I mean, step one is to have the ship, so that's like...
I may have
Step two, so many options.
I may have use to hire a ship when we're done with this.
Yeah, cool.
So there's this name on there, and there's a blessing of Lender, and Lender is essentially that's the king deity of the Sewell pantheon. Is Lender.
And it's not a good guy.
That's why Lender Isles. He's not a bad guy either. The deities of the Sewell, just because the Sewell have, depending on the Sewell that there's a lot of bad Sewell. Not all the Sewell deities are evil.
And not all Sewell people are bad. They're just run by assholes.
Correct. But there's an awful lot. If it was a scale, the asshole side would definitely be weighing down the non-asshole Sewell side in history.
Right.
Adam, is your cat Sewell?
Yes. She's a racist, an elitist, and she knocks over everything that's on a counter.
And that's what Sewells do. So are you going to try and pop the lid?
I don't know that I need to pop the lid, although I am interested.
You kind of got the answer that you were looking for.
Yeah, I got the answer that I'm looking for. I don't know that I need anything else here.
That was the first one we excavated?
Yeah.
Or is that just the one that we found?
No, that was the first one we
it's
excavated.
the first one that was excavated.
But I'm making an assumption here that the rest are all... This is the Sewell graveyard we were looking for.
Cool.
It's very, very likely.
I'm going to pop open the hood.
I'm way back before that happens.
Yeah, I don't want to be near that either.
Yeah, I'm already nowhere near.
And then once Addison sees everybody else doing that, she's also going to do that.
Okay, so what's your strength again there?
I have a crowbar.
Yeah, which will give you advantage on this.
Yeah, it's not very good.
I'm just curious, what is the skinny man in pajamas strength?
My strength is well, I'm not really a strength
Quit beating
based.
around the bush, man. It's a
Fighter.
number. Just
8.
spit it out.
8.
That's what I thought.
My athletics, though, is +1. My athletics is +1.
What? Oh. Okay, so give me that athletics roll.
With advantage.
At advantage, because you've got a crowbar, and let's see what happens.
21, natural 20.
Shut the fuck up.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It was. You got a nat 20 on that
That's
shit.
2 20s in a row, right?
Yeah.
No, the other one wasn't natural.
Yeah, the other one wasn't a natural, but it's still a 20.
It was a 17.
The other one was a nat 17, so.
Rigged.
Okay. All right, give me a dexterity. No, I'm just fucking with you.
That I'm really good at.
You pop the lid, and it's almost as if, due to age and the moving of the earth and all that, it was just ready. It just needed that little nudge to go. So like you pop it, and it just automatically slides off to the side, and there inside is the skeletal remains of this Begalian.
Magellan Stethel.
Magellan Stessel.
Begalian Stessel. And it's just skeletal remains. It's got like a eaten, and like it's got clothes on it, but most of them are like rotted away. You can just see like the old remains of what it is.
No artifacts or anything inside.
Whoever this guy was, he was probably a warrior of some sort, because he's in armor and he has a sword on his chest.
Oh, what kind of sword?
It's a long sword.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Does it look nice?
Let's see how lucky you really are. Give me another D20 roll.
Hold on.
Addison's gonna shout over. Does it look like he's wearing Sewell clothing?
The clothing's long gone. 4. I'm not that lucky.
Oh, it's not.
Everything's rusted and in ill repair, and
you can't tell what he's wearing like at all.
No. I mean, there's some old armor, and it's definitely Sewell and make, but that's all I can tell.
Cyprian, are you gonna look down into? I don't expect you to be next to it, but are you looking down into?
No, I actually moved way back when he went to open it, because I'm not interested in these dead things.
Yeah, so you can't tell. It's just, you can't tell if this guy was Sewell or not. It's old. It's really old.
I mean, I'm assuming by the writing on the sarcophagus.
Yeah, I mean, you put 2 and 2 together, you're pretty sure that this is one of those original Sewell refugees that stopped in this area and was living for a while.
Yeah, OG Sewell, dead guy.
You got
I don't suppose Addison has the mending cantrip.
I think she might.
The stuff's probably too far gone for even that.
She does not have the mending cantrip.
It's rusted away.
Yeah, there's nothing really that useful. It's just old armor and weapon.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'll jump out and say, if you want to cover this back up, go right ahead.
You're not gonna put the lid back on.
You know how much harder it's gonna be to get the lid back on than it is.
That's why I'm asking.
No,
I'll help you put it on.
Fine. I will.
Because I don't want to just leave this out here as evidence.
So then I'm gonna help Voda.
All that trouble to cover up the entrance. So.
Well, besides that, it's kind of rude.
I don't care about that.
Obviously, you're planning on killing everybody in the town.
No, just anybody who happens to be part of the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Okay, so go ahead.
Or harboring them.
I won't even make a roll necessary. After some huffing and panting and grunting, you're able to get that lid back into place, so that then Addison can then cover it back up, and it's done. So there you go.
Right, yeah. So we staying here, or we heading back?
I think we should head back and camp toward the tree. I don't.
Right, yeah. Cool, great.
Why again were you guys planning on spending the night?
Because I thought it was late.
Because you said it was late.
No, it.
Because we just had a fight and we needed a long rest. I think that's why.
I think that's probably why.
And we have plenty of time too, because we have.
Yeah.
It's not like tomorrow is the ship; it's the day after tomorrow is the
Actually,
ship.
tomorrow is the ship. This is the day. This is the day in between the two. That's why you guys.
Well, you said it was 2 days, and this is the first day.
Correct. So this is still you have. Yeah, the ship.
But we still have time to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
The ship doesn't come till tomorrow.
Our ship doesn't come in yet.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and it's still early because you guys left like the ass crack during the day.
We did, yeah.
So is it like late afternoon then, or?
Yeah, it's totally like maybe.
Okay. Yeah. We just head back.
Well, let's head back to town then.
That was the morning that we went to the funeral, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
No, this is the day.
No, it was the day after. It was the day
Yeah.
Oh.
after.
Let's go back to town then.
Yeah, let's go back to town. Maybe we can find something about the doorway in that temple with the. See if there's a way for us to get in here later on after we get Voda his ship.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out there because I know you've got so many different things that you guys are interested in doing. Have you decided how you're going to take care of this ship?
No.
Oh no.
Okay, I just want to make
None
sure.
whatsoever.
Now
That
I'm
would-
good as a DM. Because I was like, I put it out there. It's good.
that would require forethought and planning.
Right,
I figured
caring
Bodo
about
would take care of all of that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Is it
sure
not a
Voda has a
sailor?
plan.
Yep. So you guys make it. You guys are heading back. You follow,
Mhm.
go back the way that you came.
Yeah, what do we know about the boat? As we're let's do a little walk and talk on our way back to
Right.
the.
Let's maybe do a little planning.
Yeah.
cool.
So
I'll
what
pull
do
up
we
my
know
notes.
about this boat? And
That the boat is called the Sea Ghost.
right,
That its captain is. Come on, Addison. You were so good.
Spandau.
No, Spandau is the guy that you guys killed in the.
Oh
Yes.
no! Hold on. I got it.
I have like
I don't
two
got it.
games. I have 2 notebooks and 2 games, and they're all mixed up. All the notes.
Wait,
That's-
Snake Eyes.
Yeah, Snake Eyes. It's
Okay.
Captain Snake Eyes, something or other.
Oh, Snake Eyes is a formidable foe. I watched G.I. Joe when I was a kid.
There you go. Let's see here. I can go and I can look at it this way. Bam.
So basically, I mean, what we need to do is capture his ship. Oh my God! Capture his ship, bring it into the dock, and then let the council take information. But we're gonna keep all the loot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
and then we get gold too.
Did we get any intel on about how many crew members were expecting to be on the ship?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, let me go to the right map here. God, there's so many boats in this pack. There it is. Yep, that's it. Sea Ghost. Okay, so there's roughly. Okay, so the I don't remember the name of the person that you guys had caught.
Right.
I don't think we had a name for her.
Yeah, we never asked.
I
yeah.
don't think we got her name.
And because Sheriff Anders, Chief Constable, so you guys got me doing it now. Chief Constable Anders told you the information that they had gleaned from her, that there's anywhere from roughly probably about 12 to 15 people on this boat.
All right, that's not so
12.
bad.
The captain is Sigurd Snake Eyes, and his number 2 guy is
Bloody Bjorn. Bloody. I don't know what it is. I wrote it weird.
Bloody Bjorn.
Bloody
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Yes, Bloody Bjorn.
I scribble
and-
things and then I don't know what they say later.
Although Lord Forth did say bloody a long time ago in chat, and I didn't know what it meant.
There you go.
Cool.
So
All right.
there it is. So that's what you had found out. That and that they're bringing a number of different contraband smuggled items, and you did find out that they were bringing a number of weapons to.
Right.
They've been started smuggling weapons in, and nobody really knows. The person that was captured didn't really know why they were bringing the weapons in, because the weapons were being given to somebody else and then they were transporting them to wherever their final destination was. So that's what you know about the boat. And you know that the boat is signaled with the lantern. You guys remember you had the cheat sheet with the things on it.
Oh, that's the part that I didn't know about.
And I do have that cheat sheet on my character sheet.
All right,
Yeah,
so
what
we
is-
need.
What is that? Can you remind me what that is? Because I don't remember.
So essentially what happens is when the Sea Ghost comes,
There's like a lantern that we click, right?
it's a hooded lantern, a closed lantern, and they'll signal with Morse code, essentially. Beep, beep, beep.
Okay.
And
And then-
let the other pirates that were at the mansion know, hey, we're here. And then the guys in the mansion would signal back, okay, cool, we're coming out to get the stuff. And then they would come out to get the stuff. Or if there was something amiss, they would go, "Hey, come back. It's not all clear," or whatever. You know what I
And
mean?
this was the mansion, the haunted mansion, right?
Right.
Correct.
And we
Yes.
think it's still going to that locale. We don't think they've got information otherwise, right?
We
As
don't
far
know.
as everybody knows, that they're still going to be coming back to this location. I
So
mean,
we
you
should
guys
definitely-
took care of everybody.
Make sure that we're in that mansion and have the signal set up so that when it gets near, we're like, "Oh yeah, all clear. Come on in."
Yeah, we should take the boat.
Yes.
Well, how do we know what the signal is?
Yeah, I was gonna
He's
say,
got
do
it.
we know?
We have a
He's got
cheat sheet.
Sheet with.
Oh, we have the cheat sheet. I see.
Yeah.
Yep. There was in Spandau's office.
Oh, we
There
lost
was-
somebody.
Yeah, when we were in Spandau's office. No, actually, that's Flash coming on. I don't know why Flash is coming on.
Who's that?
Yeah, more the merrier. Well,
Yeah, that's the wrong thing. That's what I don't know how he got a hold of that.
all of a sudden somebody just jumps out of the woods, and now there's one more of us.
Yeah, he got the link to here. I'll have to let him know. Flash is somebody I know from another game that I play. So how I ended up getting him that information, I don't know.
From
So
Flash to everyone.
sorry
Sorry.
about that. That's all right, Flash. He wrote in there.
You're in too deep now, Flash. You got to jump in.
But only with audio, since I hid your video.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with this move. This is how I've made all my friends.
So it's Twitch
Flash can play Ned.
/
There you go.
Ned's my guy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
what's up, Flash?
Oh, okay. Hey, how's it going? Sorry about that. I thought you were streaming something. It's like, I was in the middle of working on modules and Fantasy Grounds, and I got to a point to where I'm just doing like, okay, now I can pay attention. And,
We're
so-
actually streaming the Greyhawk thing right now. You're live.
Yes, you're a special
Oh,
guest.
Live and on the air.
the interloper has joined. No, that's okay. I'll back out because I can't focus that much. I was just gonna watch you guys.
I put the regular link in the chat there, so you could grab that before you go. Hi, Flash. Bye, Flash.
Okay, take care, everyone. Good luck.
Yeah, bye, man. Okay,
Friendship.
Flash is a great guy. Flash is. So okay,
Wait till I leave.
okay. So you guys then are going to
Yeah. So
take
what if
the boat, or I mean,
what
that's
if-
what we're discussing.
what if we did this, right? Yeah. So one of you all has got the lantern and the sheet in the mansion, right? And then me and Cyprian here, we can swim, right? And so like we lure them in, and then like we could come out from under the water like hoo-ha! And we would take them by surprise.
I think that's a good idea, but I mean, I don't think a ship is going to be able to dock at that little beach on the boat. I mean, on the by the mansion.
No, it doesn't.
So basically, you guys can do that. Come up from the other side of the boat.
Right. Yeah.
We'll take the dinghy that we stole a while back. Can meet them there. By the time they realize that it's us and not who they're looking for, we'll attack from one side. You guys attack from the other.
So, quick question. What am I missing here? Why are we trying to attack them on the ship instead of just letting them come into the castle?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Setting a
ask.
trap from there.
It's not as cool.
Well,
Oh,
no,
they don't. They
They
just
don't.
drop the cargo.
because they're on the big boat and they do the signal, and that's why that's the whole reason that dinghy's
That
there
was theirs.
with the room for the cargo. They go out to the ship, they
Okay.
put all the stuff in the dinghy, and then they row it back
Hmm.
to the haunted house.
I understand now.
Why don't we just burn this ship to the water line and get on with looking for the library?
No, it's a free. No,
No, we do
It's a free
the-
ship.
Voda really wants the ship.
Yeah. Are you crazy?
And
we?
who knows
We're
what's on the ship?
right. There might be something interesting, and we need to capture somebody and bring it back to the council. Right? Ideally.
That would
And
be
ideally,
helpful.
we should capture everyone because all life is valuable.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Right. Well, I mean that's fine and whatever, but I mean maybe the captain would be a good prize for the council if we could take him alive. You
Maybe
probably
we
know.
could take him alive first, and then he can tell his men to throw down their arms. And they probably have kids.
Yeah, we could try that. Sure.
And
Yeah.
wait, what makes you guys think that the 5 of us are going to be able to take on 15 crew members and a
Well,
captain?
that's right. We have to do it a piece at a time, right? So,
I mean,
Well,
I feel like I can take.
and your muscle on our side.
Yeah.
So
And I mean,
we're
I've pirates. I feel like I could take 8 pirates.
well, that's why I'm saying we like break them up in segments, right? Like if me and Cyprian come from like underneath and behind, we take
Okay.
them out there, and kind of work our way through it.
Okay, I could take like 3 probably, at least.
I mean, you turn into a wolf.
That's what I'm
You can
saying.
definitely take more than 3. You're a literal animal. It's unnerving to watch, if I'm being honest.
She's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so we're gonna do the signaling thing from the house thing.
Yeah.
There?
I believe I know how to make a disguise if we can get maybe some of the smugglers' garbs. I think I could disguise us to look like them when we go out on the dinghy, so maybe we don't raise red flags.
Cool.
You could do that. Yeah.
But I need something to work with. We have to. Hopefully, Anders still has some.
Do we still have those the silks or whatever?
Oh, actually, did they really look any different than any of the other sailors or pirates or anybody that's in
They
Saltmarsh?
probably just look like regular pirates, I think.
Right.
Yeah. All the pirates that you guys have run into to this point have all looked.
You all look the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, then, yeah, just general pirate disguises, no problem.
Yeah. I know how exactly too. I have to delete a post here. I put the Zoom address in the.
Oh, that's what you.
advertisement.
Way to go.
Yeah, I know, right?
This way, anybody can join our little adventure.
Don't say anything. Let me delete it right quick.
Have you ever wanted to
That would
play
be a
Ghosts
fun
of
stream.
Saltmarsh? Well, now's your
No.
chance.
I totally
Just let the
totally
viewers
should.
jump in and go nuts.
Yeah. See, that one's right. I got that one right though.
All right. Do you want to
So
take a
we're
little
heading
break
back
to fix
town?
this, or do we want to just? Why don't we'll come up with our plan. You fix what you have to fix.
Oh,
Dirtbag.
it's fixed.
Okay.
That's good because we've planned.
it's fixed.
We're done.
So
Well, there's still a couple of other things that we need to do in the meanwhile, since we have some time. I'd like to find out a little bit more if we can. You mentioned a wizard or something that you spoke to earlier, Cyprian.
Yes.
In town,
Hashtar?
not
That's it?
Hashtar. Well, we could check on him and see if he has his journal up to date once we
The
get back to
wizard
the
we were
house.
looking for would have been in that tower.
Wasn't there somebody else that you talked to already in the first
No.
or the second adventure when you weren't here?
Oh, when he was looking at the library.
I was
Yeah.
at the town guards library.
He spoke to the commandant.
Oh, that was the commandant. Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably won't know.
To Ellen Deer is who he spoke
Yeah.
to.
I'd like to visit Barnum's house because I hear he has
A butler.
a
that you want
butler
to see?
that I'd like to meet. Yeah.
Right. Maybe you can avoid killing anyone right until we get the ship, and then go crazy. Whatever.
Or maybe don't go crazy.
Well, I mean, I'd like to do a little recon just to
Right, okay.
to see if there's anybody else here, because I think, from what I understand, there's more than just this one person, and I forget his name, but
Garen.
was it Garen? That doesn't
No,
sound familiar.
Garen.
Scarin something.
You're talking about the butler.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it somewhere.
Yes. So basically, you guys. Well, not you guys. Just Shay wants to go and try and reconnoiter the butler. Is this what I'm hearing?
I just want to scout it out. Yeah.
Scarin Wavecrest.
Wavecrest. That's right.
That is Otis Barnum's butler.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, well, does anybody else have anything they want to do, or are you just going to be ready to go out and take on the ship? So you'll go up to you'll get the boat and take it up to the haunted house then. Okay.
I just want to make the disguises. That's it.
I don't have any ideas.
Doesn't have any other plans other than
I make sure that my owl is up to snuff and whatnot.
Well, we should probably, because tomorrow is the boat, so we should probably rest here at the inn. So I would do whatever we need to do here, and then leave maybe in the morning, because I doubt if they're using lanterns, they're probably doing it in the evening.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to go buy a shovel?
Oh, you know what? Actually, a shovel might be handy in case I need to dig up any more bodies. But we can do that on the way. We can do that after we get the boat.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys will just be knocking around in town doing your stuff. So let me do this. It's all about me, Shay encounter. What do you? How are you going to go and do this?
Do I know?
Help him for?
Do I know where Bart? Do I know?
I'll wander along because
I'm not
curious.
going with
Yeah.
Extremely curious, so absolutely.
Okay, so Cyprian says he's willing. He's making it to go with you there.
Great.
Okay.
Everyone's welcome to come.
Otis Barnum's house.
Do I know where he? What does he do? Does he work?
Otis?
Yeah.
Otis Barnum is the second richest man in Saltmarsh.
Right.
That doesn't mean he works.
He's got he doesn't do anything actually.
He runs the fishing fleet, yeah?
Yeah, he's got a fishing fleet, and it's the biggest fishing fleet. And
Lord Forth, I am not getting Ned to help now.
Yes, definitely should get Lord. You should get Ned.
The two people that don't like Ned are Shay and Cyprian, so we're not going to go get him.
Yeah.
Addison likes Ned.
And you're going to ask around where what? Tell me what you're doing exactly.
I mean, I try to find out where Barnum lives or works.
That's easy.
I can tell you where he lives.
Oh, right.
I'll know where he lives.
Yeah. He's got a house, and here I can even actually show you too. Let me go on the map. His house is it that one? I think it is.
Where is it?
I just have to confirm. Oh no, that's not his house. Oh, that's his house. Oh wow, that's totally my mistake. Right, I'm gonna ping it.
That's a big fucking house, but it's right on the water, so
it's a mansion. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have thought he'd be outside of the harbor, though. I mean, as the second richest man.
Hey, I'm just saying that's where the dude lives, according to the adventure.
Home.
Yeah, that's true. He was probably there before the harbor was built, on a nice inlet.
Well, this way he can see his fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a fishing fleet, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where his house is, and that's where Scarin works.
Are you still wearing your bright red robes there, Shay?
Oh yes.
It's a shirt and slacks.
Okay, but it's bright red, which first off, pretty visible.
Yeah.
Second off, the butler will know what that represents. So
possible.
Third off, this is script territory. You better watch yourself.
Who did he seem to have a crush on?
Well, he did. I don't know if it was a crush, but he absolutely deferred to her. Yeah.
What was her name? Edda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. He was like siding with her for everything.
Yeah, he was totally siding with her on all this.
I got the feeling it's more like he was out of his depth and was just clinging on to her as a.
I think there's a little thing going on there, so I'm going to play that in.
Okay.
I feel like it's more just like he doesn't know what he's doing, so he's just like, yeah, what Edda says.
You know what? That's just what guys do.
I was completely wrong. I lied to you.
What?
This is the prime. This is the Prime Water Mansion.
Oh.
Okay,
All right,
and
hold on,
so
backing
that
up.
is Prime Water is Galen Prime Water. That is the richest
man.
The richest man. This little compound over
Ooh.
here.
Where is? Oh, up there. Okay.
Up here.
Again,
Couldn't
I
even
would.
afford waterfront.
I know. I would
Yeah.
expect a waterfront property,
That's
It's still a water view.
Yeah, that's Odin's
Waterview is not waterfront.
especially
Yeah.
when you've got buildings and small houses in the way.
Yes.
Right? Well, like, burn those down. They're
Yeah.
obstructing your view. Are you rich or not?
All right. Well, I mean, it's a nice little compound, but I would expect it to be waterfront. I agree with Jairus.
He actually has nice access to this large river bend there. Probably even nicer, dude. Looks like you could sail a ship up there. Very quiet area.
Yeah, but again, I mean, your only view is from like the side. So what do you have
Right.
there? You got like
To me, it's the worst of both worlds.
Yeah.
You're close enough to the people where you don't even have the benefit of seclusion, but you're going to suffer all that and still not have a proper view of the ocean.
You got like a bathroom window, maybe a staircase looking over at the water.
Say, well, why is there not a mansion right here? That's the spot.
And just turn the whole thing over so your face, the back of the house is facing the water.
Okay, I don't ever want to hear shit about me going off on tangents.
All right. Anyway,
so that's where my man lives, right here. That's
Okay.
Now you're just
Otis.
rubbing it in.
Yes, Mr. Barnum. That's where Barnum's house is.
All right.
What a circus.
Zing. All right. That's where I'm heading.
Okay.
That's definitely how your characters reacted when Addison was like, "It's this one." You guys were like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was all in
All that was in
Yeah, that was
character.
all in
Yeah.
character.
I just got to say, where Shay's from, his official title is sub-citizen.
Yeah.
Ha.
Just to go show how he's rubbed wrong all these years.
I
Okay,
just
so
want to say that none of these mansions come close to my family's ancestral mansion. But anyway,
So now, how are you connected to the Soul? How do you know so much about them, Cyprian?
I'm just a simple librarian from the.
You're more than a simple librarian. I mean, you turn into a shark man.
it's called reading.
That was in character.
I found a book within the library and found it very interesting and was reading it, but it.
But you've never been to the Tilvanot Peninsula?
No. But the book made reference to this place and that there is a counter to whatever happened to me in the library here.
And your home. There's the but I won't. Yeah.
He's and I'm going to tell me what he wants to tell me.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I shut up.
At the end, by the way.
So here's the thing.
Dinner.
So you start. Addison tells you where it's at. You
Mhm.
start heading there.
Yeah.
Addison, you're going to the tavern as well, or are you going with Shay?
No, she's going back to the tavern.
Okay. What about Errol? Is Errol going to go with them, or is he going to go back? To
So I'm gonna pick up some pirate clothes and fashion some disguises.
But they're like
for-
costumes. He went to
Well, here's
he
the
went to
thing,
Party
too.
City. and got-
Here's the thing. There was a ton of clothes in the mansion.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Were
like,
they
is
still
that
there?
still around?
Yeah.
We-
Okay, yeah, okay. I can take a walk
'Cause
up there.
When you guys went up there and that one time afterwards, and you're like, oh, we're going to finish looking around, and all the good stuff was gone. There were clothes just strewn all over the place. So like all those chests, those foot lockers were opened up and everything was just thrown out of them.
Hmm.
But so like all the
Didn't we-
clothes and stuff were just left behind.
Didn't
Okay.
we give some of those clothes to Grimpus?
Mm-mm.
I think that was different. That was
Grimpus stole all the good stuff.
right.
It's what
Okay.
happened.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm down to go
Giving him
check
clothes.
out the mansion if anyone wants to come with me. I don't want to go alone.
I'll go with him. I'll go with you.
I'm gonna actually stop and just. Is there a place I could just pick up like a cheap cloak?
Sure,
So I will buy just a cheap cloak and put it on.
not a problem. Okay, and Cyprian, you're going with Shay, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys start walking through town, and Shay, you're kind of noticing that when you go to the store, you pick up the cloak, you buy it, and then you go back into the streets and you're walking around. There's everybody here just seems to be paying attention to you guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I've got a blue elf with me.
There you go.
Nothing new there. I've been staring
Yeah.
at me since I got here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so you're just gonna go and you walk up towards that. Now, how you going over there? You can see there's like the little roads.
Whatever what I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way. So whatever the closest, where are we?
You're in
Well, we're
Saltmarsh.
Good question.
We're coming from.
You're like down in
Here?
the city proper. Yeah, down here. So you
Oh,
can
we're
get
down
on that
here.
road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll just.
Get
Well-
on that road that runs right.
Well,
in
we
front of the
never. We
house.
were still having this conversation from the walk from the cemetery. So weren't we coming from around this road over here?
Well, actually, you coming back is way over on the other side of town.
Oh, it's down here. Yeah. Then
Oh,
I gotta
yeah,
go
yeah,
across
you
the
cross-
bridge.
Yeah, you cross the bridge. You go back into the city.
Yeah, so I guess I would have followed this road
Yeah, and then
all
you
the
could go
way to the front of the house here, which
Remember,
is.
you had to get a cloak before you
Yeah,
go.
so then you
Oh,
stop in
right.
town,
I gotta get a cloak.
Stop in town.
All right, then I'll go through here, past these buildings,
Okay.
and then I guess
You're
to
gonna,
the back
you're
door.
gonna you're gonna go walking through their backyard.
I mean,
How else are you gonna get there?
Yeah.
How does he get there?
Front
Lord,
door.
I gotta say one thing. Lord Forth has got it. He hit it the nail on the head. He really does need a net here. Somebody who doesn't just go walking into somebody's backyard.
I mean, here's the thing. It's a really poorly designed house.
Whatever.
No, you can actually see that the driveway is like along the.
Yeah, you go around that way, but that's so far
Well,
out
what
of the
they
way.
need then is a little bit, maybe some trees or a fence.
Yeah,
And
there's- if
some
they didn't want
sort of
people-
something right here.
Well,
Next.
maybe their servants live in these two houses or something.
Yes.
That's
There's-
sort of what I was
There
thinking.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're like the crew from his ships probably.
Yeah.
Because he's got the fishing fleet.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
well,
just
that's even
you just
better.
come up the road and then just
Yeah.
cut past and start going up over there. Okay.
Well,
so
okay, sure. Yeah.
there's
Sure,
there's
this
some
is gonna be fun.
there's people there and hanging out. Now, when you come over to this part here with those houses, these
Yeah.
are actually where the crew of his ships are at. And so there's a number of people out there doing basic chores of the fishermen. They're like fixing nets, getting line together,
Okay.
weaving some rope. And so as you come walking up through there,
Well, I'd sort of head over and start talking to somebody.
okay, so you go do it.
Just
Tell me what
pick,
you're doing.
yeah. I just pick whoever is closest.
There's a guy sitting on a bucket, overturned bucket, and he's going through and he's fixing net.
All right. I say, hello. My name is Shay. I'm
What'd you say your name was?
Shay.
Shay.
Yes.
That's a strange name.
I'm not from around here.
You don't say. You look funny. Not like mean. I'm not trying to be, but you're coloring.
It's
Different
racist,
color.
but we'll get on with
Well,
our...
I'm just saying I don't
selves.
normally see people like you round here.
But I've
Yeah.
got a blue elf, but you're confused about how I look.
No, we're looking at him too. That's the next question.
Mm.
But the blue elf hasn't said anything to me yet.
My name is Cyprian.
Hi,
and
Cyprian.
With my compatriot Shay here.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah, Shay. Hey, how you doing? I'm George.
nice to meet you, George. Tell me, do you know? Have you worked for Mr. Barnum long?
Well, yeah, my family's worked for the Barnums for, well, my grandpa did. been a while, So the Barnums have been in town for quite some time. Yeah, but
I met him on the council. We're heroes of sorts.
oh, that's you guys. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Would you by chance know of any libraries hereabout?
Could you imagine meeting someone and having them introduce themselves to you as a hero?
Right?
Kind of a hero.
Oh, trust me, it wasn't lost on George.
Yeah.
And George is like, no, don't really have a library in town.
No, well, yes, it's apparently no
So
library.
what kind
here.
of elf are you? You're an elf, right? I mean, you look like an elf, just blue.
I'm a librarian.
It's the fluorescent lights from the library have altered his color a bit.
So where are the librarian elves from? I've never heard
From
of
the
library
island.
elves.
I am an aquatic elf.
Oh, the library islands. Okay. Oh, aquatic. That means water.
That means water. Very good. Excellent.
Yeah, I did my schooling.
I hear
Your teachers should be pleased with themselves.
I hear Mr. Barnum, not to change the subject, has a lot of folks working for him.
Well, yeah, he's got the largest fishing fleet here in Saltmarsh.
Do you know about anything about him? His personal attaché.
What?
A man named
his briefcase. He doesn't carry a briefcase.
A man named
constant companion.
His butler. Is he new in town?
Who, Scarin?
Mr. Wave Chaser, yes.
Well, no. He's been here for a little while.
How long?
I don't know, a couple
like
of years.
as long as your family?
Or? No, he's been here for a couple of years. To tell you the truth, he's kind of a little bit spooky, if you know what I mean.
How so?
He don't really talk. He's got to stare, and he's sort of. I ain't never seen an undead in my life, but if I were to think of what an undead would look like, he's pale, dark circles under his eyes. He always looks like he's in need of some orange juice, sunlight, and sleep.
Yeah. Blonde hair, I take it?
Actually, he's bald.
I just get deja vu.
That's a weird deja vu.
It's such a weird deja vu. The whole
It's
thing.
something I encounter in my day-to-day life so often.
What can I say, Addison? I'm that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the deja vu,
some would call me a hero.
And what can you tell me of Barnum? A nice man, a good person to work for?
Oh, the Barnums are great. And good old Mr. Otis is he doesn't like us calling him Mr. Barnum. Otis, he's good people. He's good people, solid, rock solid. Hey, you're looking at maybe settling down here, putting in roots. If you're looking for a job, I could talk to him. I bet we could use a sea elf. You could talk to fish, can't you? I bet you can. If you can talk to fish, we probably got a job for you. I'm sure Mr. Barnum would
racist.
be looking
really
to
is.
hire you.
Speak with fish, but
There you go.
I'm afraid they probably would not have much to say to the likes of you.
Oh, we don't want to talk to them. We want to catch them. So that's what we do. We catch the fish, then we sell the fish.
Right. And a worthy trade. And maybe we, once we're done with some important business, we can
some hero business.
hero stuff. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, does Scarin, you call him, have any? Who does he spend time with outside of the outside of work?
Oh, this guy's a chatterbox. You don't care. Well, I don't know. He spends an awful lot of time with Mr. Barnum. I'm sorry, Otis. I mean, he doesn't hang out with none of us. I mean, we're the fishermen, and well, he's the butler. He's up in the big house.
Oh, you seem like a lovely fellow. I think the butler would have a wonderful time chatting with you. Well, anyway,
So
we
why
should
aren't
be
you
off.
the butler. You seem like you should be the butler.
Oh no, are you kidding me? I don't want to pick up after people. My life is on the sea. That's where I like living. Like living on the sea and catching fish, and yeah, that's the life for me.
Anyway, pleasure meeting you.
You're strong.
Oh, I am. But he like makes a muscle for you.
Are you fast?
Am I proud?
Fast?
Am I fast?
Are you fresh from the fight? Because
No,
I need
don't-
a hero.
Oh Jesus!
He's holding out for a hero, but let's.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
We should be on our way.
I'll tell Mr. Barnum that you guys might be looking for work. I'm sure he'll be interested in that.
Please do.
All right. Excellent. Have a good day.
Does Mr. Barnum, out of curiosity, I stop, turn back.
The
Does,
Columba.
does he ever?
Right?
Yeah.
Pardon me. Just one more thing here. Just a little thing.
Does he ever spend any time at any of the taverns or restaurants around here, or just most of his time in the house?
Well, from time to time, he's out and about. He every once in a while goes to the snapping line. But not too often.
Well, pleasure meeting you.
You too, Mr. Elf.
Yes, of course. I'm sure the privilege was all yours.
See. And you guys are gonna give a poor fisherman a hard time for pointing out that he could probably talk to fish.
Oh, and by the way, I stop and turn back again. You know what? One more question. For people that work here, you all live in the in this little compound here?
Well, all of the Mr. Otis's people, we all work here.
Yeah, and how about the interior staff, the butlers and maids and stuff?
They live up in the big house.
So they all stay there. That's where they live.
Oh yeah, they live in the big house too. Yeah. You want me to take you up to the big house? I mean, I can. I mean, I'm almost done with my net.
Yeah, if you have time.
Oh sure. I mean, Mr. Barnum would sure be anxious to see well, wait a minute. You guys saw you already met him, right? Oh, he knows who you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Well, then just go on up there.
All right.
Okay. They go back to doing their stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head over there.
Okay. Why do I have a feeling I need to pull out some?
I'm not gonna. I have no plans on fighting anybody right now.
You never have plans on fighting anybody, but this is.
I'm still pretty sure you're gonna die.
It's
okay. So you guys are gonna go up to the house?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Knock on the back door, I suppose.
You're gonna go up to the back door. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You knock on the back door.
No. This is not where we go. This is the servants' entrance. We must go around front to be properly introduced.
Oh, all right. Well, truth be
Just
told,
can't come in the back door unannounced.
Yeah.
We can't.
Right?
Unless you wish to sneak within.
No.
You're gonna tell them that you used to be a servant too.
No. I almost did, but I stopped.
This is the servants' entrance. The family and guests go in through the front door, and I would like to believe we are guests, not servants.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll walk around.
All right. You guys walk around to the front door. You knock on the front door.
Yep.
Okay. Couple of good solid heartbeats go by. Then the door opens up, and there is a tall. He's like 6'5",
Okay.
thin, pale. You can tell it's. You can tell that this is scaring.
Mm-hmm.
So he's 6'5", 135 pounds.
Yeah.
140.
So he's not that thin.
Yeah, and so and he's wearing a black like suit. Like
a butler suit.
Servants, yeah, like a butler suit. And he just opens up the door and he goes, "Yes."
Excellent. Please show us to the library while we go and your master.
He like cocks his head. Might ask who's calling. Oh wait.
We're the heroes of the mansion.
Now,
We
when
are-
you guys were in there, you all gave your names, did you not?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And he goes, "You're Shay."
Hmm. Yes.
You gave your real name, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Although this is not
Okay.
my birth name.
No, that's you're. Hey, Addison, what's his birth name?
Shere Khan.
He knows it.
Shay, and if I'm not mistaken, they said that the aquatic elf was Cyprian.
That is what I am known as. Yes, excellent.
Yes.
Good memory for names. Now, please do your duty and go fetch your master while you show us to the library with some drinks.
Of course. Please.
Be a
forgive-
good host. I know you know how, even though you are apparently here on the job only 2 years, is it? Where did you work before?
And he says the name of the Keoland capital. The Dest-
So what?
I
What
worked for the
family?
I worked for the Destrin family in Keo. In
I'm gonna insight check him.
Go ahead. Is Lee Kim on? Lee Kim, type in, if you're in there, type in the name of the capital of.
No, I like it better if he's like, yes, I'm from the
12.
capital of Keoland and doesn't specifically name it.
12.
Yeah. 12. Okay. Well, yeah, that's good. I guess I should roll. You know what? See, I knew it. I knew you were going to make me have to pull out a character sheet. All right, hold on. It's good because I don't have to go very far to find him. There it is. Okay. Well, that's not that good. Yeah, he's telling you the truth.
Okay.
Don't look at the character. Oh, you guys
We
don't
can't see it. So
That's right. Never mind. See, it does have its benefits.
See,
so
that's
yeah,
why-
he appears to be telling you the truth, but he like opens up the door and takes a step back, and he's like allowing you guys to enter in. And he
I'm
goes,
taking like a good look at his like movements. Can I tell?
fluid,
Yeah. Okay.
like a dancer,
Yep. I got it.
not a tiny dancer, but a
He
dancer.
said,
So once you step in, he'll close the door and then he'll lead you over into through a parlor. And he stops for a second, turns around and goes, "You wish to see the master's library? He doesn't really use the library." I hope we didn't drop frames again.
Excellent. Well, let's show us there anyway. Just it's a nice change of pace to for him to meet us there. I do believe.
Very well. I will take you there. And so like he takes you through the parlor and then like through a small like secondary room
mhm.
and opens up some sliding doors, and there's a small library in there. It's full of books. And he says, "I will go get your drinks and alert the master to your presence."
Thank
and then
you.
like after you guys go in, he closes the door, leaves. And then
I immediately start to search the library, looking at titles, just checking for things out of place, so on and so forth.
I'll just
Not a
sit down in a comfortable looking chair.
give me an investigation roll there, Cyprian. And you sit down and basically
Hold me close, pirate dancer. Sorry, I'm reading Lord Forth's.
yes,
So-
and well done, Lord Forth. Well
What a
done.
lovely addition.
So then it's just basically, a minute goes by. He comes in. He has a tray with a bottle on it and 2 glasses. It's a wine bottle. And he pours you guys some wine, leaves the bottle, and says, I'll go and get the master. And then
Since my background gives me free and easy access to libraries, do I have advantage on that roll?
Free and easy access to libraries.
Yep. My back.
this is something
I can
that
navigate connections of library workers. I have preferential treatment at libraries across the world, and I get professional courtesy.
Yeah, you
yes,
do.
we're gonna give you advantage.
Fuck yeah!
And
So-
19.
Most of the books in here are nothing interesting to you. There's local history books, books on maritime trade, books on fishing, book on the tides, books on weather. There's a family album like book. It's like the history of the Barnums, and basically just stuff like that. There is no magic books in here whatsoever, but it's that sort of information. You don't find anything out of place or out of ordinary as well. Okay. So, and then probably like 5 minutes go by. No, more like 10 minutes. And the doors open up, and in stumbles, and I do mean stumbles, is Otis Barnum. Hello.
Oh, he's drunk. Awesome.
As you're the heroes of the house.
Heroes, yes, that's us. Yes.
Let's go get me another bottle. And he just throws himself into the closest chair when he comes in.
Yeah.
Is there something that I can help you with?
Well, we wanted to come by and personally thank you again for the generous opportunity that you've provided for us, along with the council, of course.
He seems to perk up a little bit at that, like, and push his chest out a little bit. Yes, there were a little bit on the fence about it, but I worked some magic for you.
I could see, and again, we appreciate it, and we hope we can help. That said, we would love to get to know you a little bit better, and the town here, as we are both foreigners.
I was thinking that we could have supper.
Supper sounds great. I would love to have supper.
Excellent. You can come and I will have food and drinks. And bring your friends, the other ones.
Oh, of course, yes.
Oh, the green one, too. Bring him.
Yeah, the green one is fascinating, isn't he?
Oh, no, not as fascinating as Sea Elf over there. Your name is Steer, right? That's.
I don't even look up from the book. I have my nose buried in and just say, "My name is Cyprian."
Oh, look at that! So majestic.
Isn't it great? Incredible, yes. So, how long has your family been living here in the Saltmarsh
generations, of course. The Barnums are one of the founding families.
We have a beautiful estate here, well positioned within the city, I must say.
Well, you see, we used to be farmers, and you get, because there's several. You can't build too close to the cliffs because they fall in sometimes.
Oh, sure, no, yeah, erosion is terrible.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is a large house. Must take a large staff to keep it up.
Oh, it's not too much. I've got I got a cook.
Yes, it's important.
And got a couple maids.
How do you go about finding because I hope one day to have some wealth myself, and
when you're as well connected as someone like myself is, you tend to bring in the help from the capital of Kiel.
You can only keep this drunk up for so long.
Right?
He's getting drunk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and then he looks around. Oh, yeah, because he set his cup down. Oh, yes.
I'll pour him some from the bottle. That.
Oh, it's good. It's
my pleasure.
I don't mind mixing of vintages. It's okay.
Now I'm assuming that the butler brought in the shitty stuff for us.
No, it was just like he brought you guys a red and he was drinking a white.
No,
he didn't give a shit.
No, at this point, it doesn't matter.
No.
Is it so? Now, I imagine finding a good butler must be hard to do, and it's in a very important position. How do you go about finding somebody such as the man you have working for you?
Scarin is great. He looks a bit. He looks over his shoulder, make sure that the door is closed. He looks like he's a little scary.
Well, we're not ones to judge people by their appearance.
Oh, of course not. I would never judge someone because they're blue.
No, but he is a freaky looking dude.
Well, he was recommended. To
No,
me.
by whom?
He was
Recommended.
Yeah, he was
It's hard for some people.
from Mr. Prime Mother recommended him for me, but
Really?
yeah.
Did he work for him previously, or did he just know him from somewhere?
I don't know. I don't know.
I love
Interesting.
this accent he has now that he's drunk.
Yeah, I can't help but detect an accent that you didn't have earlier on.
Yeah.
When he
Sounds
gets
a little
drunk,
Russian.
When you go Montoya.
Oh, trust me, I can't hold an accent. You kidding me? I slip in and out of all of them.
Mhm.
Everything eventually becomes French, and a terrible French accent to boot.
Like I can only do accents if I'm mimicking another person. Like yeah, I'll accidentally pick up your accent, and I won't be able to do it if I'm not. Like,
Right.
that's just very suggestible.
So tonight we eat. I will make sure we will
Yeah, French. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
prepare the yeah.
All right. Well, we'll leave you to it then. What time should we be back tonight for dinner with our companions?
Forth is the man. The name of the capital is actually Nioli Dra. That is the capital.
That's where somebody related to Raleigh's from. I remember that from way back in the day. I don't know who. But
All right. Well, what time should we join you for dinner?
Don't forget, tonight's the night where you're going to go up to the. Oh no, tonight's the rest.
That's tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow. And he goes, and as he's like fumbling around trying to think of a time, the door is open, and Scarin's standing there, and he goes, "We generally have dinner at 6 o'clock."
Thank you very much. Yeah, I look at my watch.
It's probably 1.
Ugh.
And that's when and Otis goes, "Oh yes, 6 o'clock."
Well, we'll be happy
So
to
we'll be
join
back
you.
by 4.
Us. Whew, I'm gonna have to take a nap.
Yeah, you might want to.
I would highly recommend it.
We're gonna show up. He's gonna have no idea why we're here.
why on earth would you go to sleep? You got a nice buzz going. You're glowing.
Oh, he's got more than a buzz.
With some waterfront property so you could sit in and take the view.
That
Yeah.
sounded like more than a buzz.
That's what I would say if I were me and not a priest and was there.
Yeah, he goes through stages of drink, pass out, get
Yeah.
up, drink. So
Oh man, that sounds great.
okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
so there you go. So yeah, and Scarin kind of like after he opens up the door and he says that he like stands to the side
Mhm.
and he looks at both of you and
Yeah.
then he looks at Otis and goes, "Mr. Bonham, don't forget your meeting." "Oh yes. Terribly busy, man. I've got a meeting." And he like stands up, wobbles a little bit, turns out, starts walking out, and goes, "So I got a meeting, Scarin?" He was like, "Yes, sir. And it's I'll show the guests out and I'll come for you." Okay. And so like he like goes on out, and then Scarin's just standing there waiting for you guys.
Okay, I'll get up. Cyprian, time to go.
Oh, you go ahead. I'll wait for here. I'll be here. It's there's quite a bit of work to be done here, so
I'm
the entire section needs to be recataloged. I don't know who did this, but they use some various it's just a terrible procedure throughout this whole area right here. It needs to be completely recataloged and reorganized.
You do know that this is a private library, right?
and
By which I mean it's a place where this guy just keeps his books.
Scarin at that time when as you're saying that he goes, "I'm afraid that won't be possible, sir. Maybe we can arrange a time for you to come back later and rearrange the library."
Well, I'm quite busy, and I'm offering you the services of a very highly trained and skilled librarian.
They don't
And
care.
we do appreciate the offer, but you see, Mr. Barnum does not enjoy having guests in the house when he's busy doing other things. He likes to be present.
He's very welcome to join me. I could even teach him how to properly put his books away.
All right, nobody cares about the. We should
I don't
go.
think they've even heard of the Dewey
Yeah,
Decimal
we need
System.
to.
Heard of Dewey, but that's a guy down on the docks.
Yeah.
You can organize the napkins at the Funky Fish or wherever we're staying.
Possibly when you come for dinner. How about that?
Now,
I can speak with the Mr.
I
Bard.
do hope you plan on serving something edible, unlike that tavern we've been staying at, who has this predilection for serving the most unappetizing swill.
Of course.
But I
now
should look
Dewey down at
forward
the
to this
docks,
engagement.
is he always inexplicably wet?
Yes.
There's a puddle on the chair he was sitting on.
I was trying to explain Dew to my kids. They could not wrap their head around it.
It's almost as if
Wet, but it didn't rain. I don't understand.
he looks a lot like Voda. In that he looks always like he's kind of got some moisture going on.
All right.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, it's time to go.
all right.
Very well.
And Scarin will show you to the door. And
No
they-
seaweed either. People like to try to serve me seaweed for some unknown reason.
preposterous.
I thought you ate seaweed. In the spirit of full disclosure, I'm shocked you don't.
Notice how Addison doesn't call that racist. It's only the NPCs.
Yeah, that's more regional than.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's regional. That's like telling a Japanese person, like, I would have figured you ate rice, or
Right.
like somebody like me, a Spanish person, like I thought you would have liked beans. You know?
Yeah.
Or saying when I was in Vietnam fighting all them Chinamen.
Well, that would be racist.
That's racist.
Yeah, that's when you crossed the
That doesn't
line.
even make
Well, I
sense.
mean, you said the word.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, because there were no Chinamen in Vietnam.
Yes.
Exactly. That's what makes it
Yeah,
racist.
right. So anyway,
It's hella racist.
yeah.
Well, now that we have that lesson out of the way.
There you go.
Like, it's weird for people when I tell them I'm Italian and I don't like spaghetti. They would have been like, "Oh, that's weird. I would have thought
That
because
is
you're
weird.
Italian, you would like spaghetti." You know?
I mean, do you not like spaghetti or do you not like pasta? Because spaghetti, okay, fine. But if you don't like
I
pasta,
don't like. No, I love pasta. I just don't like spaghetti. I don't
Yeah,
like the
well,
way it
spaghetti
feels.
is like the, I don't know, child menu version of pasta. Like,
Yeah,
It's annoying to eat.
yeah.
We're just
Good.
extra,
shit, I'm
extra off
hungry
our
now.
meds today, aren't we?
Yeah, that's what happens when you take a week off.
Yeah.
Hey, I just run the game.
I just
Can we
drink-
do a break maybe and
Yeah.
get some
Yeah,
fish?
this would be a good time because I let it go a little bit longer past the normal break time. So why don't we go ahead, take a real quick break, and then we'll come back and everybody we can see what everybody else is doing. And I guess we've got. Hey, Steve, Voda. Sorry, man.
Yeah?
It doesn't look like you're getting your boat tonight.
But,
So, but yeah, we will be right back. So get your snackages and your beverages on.
I'm telling you, you got to start with beverages, then go to snackages.
No, snackage. I've totally forgot about snackages all this time.
Guys, get some bananas.
Oh God, we're going to break. We're at break. And we're back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out and waiting around for part 2 of Wicked Studios presents Greyhawk Adventures: Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And
Very, very true.
that's all I got.
They're gonna be colons.
They're going to be colons.
Spoiler.
So many jokes. So many jokes. All right, excellent. So you guys leave. Now, Arrow was going to want to go up to the haunted house, but you didn't want to go up there by yourself, correct? You wanted to bring somebody with you?
So he went like, how much would it cost to just buy pirate clothes?
I'll say for 1 gold piece, you'll get enough for everybody.
Yeah, so like he's like, all right, head up to possibly, there could be pirates in there again, who knows, for clothes, and it's like far and inconvenient. Fuck it. I'll buy the clothes.
Okay. So you buy the clothes and then go back to the
tavern we're staying at.
to the Fishbone? Okay. All right. It was Addison going to the Fishbone as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say that while they're out talking up Otis, you've got you 3 are hanging out in the Fishbone, and Ulsa is Susha. Sorry, Ulsa is a different game. Susha. God, I'm doing that a lot tonight. Susha is making sure that you guys are taken care of with your drinks, all those sort of things. And Ned is there drinking. So he's
good,
like,
Ned.
yeah, he's happy to see you guys when you come in. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, hey.
So Ned, tell me more. Your one was it 15th, 1/16th? Like, how much drow are you? Was it your mother's mother was drow?
No, I've got a lot of drow in me.
A lot of drow.
Yeah, that's you can tell by my complexion.
Yeah, no.
You notice he does this, but he makes sure not to touch his face when he does it. Because he doesn't want to smear the makeup.
Right, it's obvious that there's some sort of drow. I just wasn't sure how much. And
half drow. I'm half drow.
oh wow, have that. That's
yeah.
That's
I find that usually when I tell people that I'm like 1/16, they calm down a little bit.
Oh right.
Half drow, because when you're half drow, you have all those drow abilities.
Oh, really? So like you can see in the dark very well?
Hey, Ned, can you make me levitate?
No.
I think that's more of a wizard thing.
Yeah, that's a myth.
Drow thing.
Yeah, there's no such thing. There's no difference between a magician and a drow.
I'm pretty sure drow can like levitate stuff, and it's like an innate thing that they can do.
No, that's a myth.
Interesting. Like Arrow grabs.
I gotta look this up.
Out, and he's like,
if that's the truth, I'm playing a drow.
Yeah, he's jotting that down. Look that up.
I'm looking it up.
And I'm just gonna levitate shit.
I'm almost positive. I'm playing Out of the Abyss right now, and
I'm sorry.
That's the thing. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's terrible. It's so hard.
Yes.
It looks like it would be fun. I've never actually got a chance to play it yet.
It is really fun. It's just like you're escaping death every single second of the game. You don't have a break.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, you also learn levitate, dispel magic, detect magic. Yeah, it's like a thing they know.
No.
Well, damn.
So anyway, yeah. I guess Ned will offer to help you with your costumes.
He is.
You know what?
If there's one thing that he's good at, this has to be it. It's He's
turn it right over.
Like
to
he's
him.
a professional cosplayer.
Right. I'm gonna help him. Like that's how I'm like, yeah, just give him the ring.
Yeah, because he's like asking you. So, what are you doing there? It's like, here, I can't help with that.
Yeah, look. Yeah.
So hold on a second. He gets a +3 to his cosplay. Oh, he's doing a terrible job.
Well, advantage because I'm helping him.
Oh yeah, let's roll it again. Hold on.
And the book's helping.
19, much better.
See, he got it. He's got it. He
started making it drow, and I'm like, nope, just.
That's it. Oh yeah, my bad, guys. That was my mistake.
There was nothing but black scarves everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, black's a common color among pirates and the drow, and so yeah.
She gives him a look like I know.
He's got his hood up. Of course.
Yeah.
So.
So we're also I've missed a bit of this. Are we making costumes now? Is that what's
In the middle of the
you
bar.
don't need him because you're just sneaking. Oh, well, I guess we can trust Ned. Yeah. You're just sneaking on the boat, so you don't need him. But the rest of us in the dinghy, where we're going out there, we should look like pirates.
Okay.
So as
Oh, so what's happening now? What's going on?
we're gonna
playing pirates.
fight
We're
some
playing
pirates. We're gonna fight
pirates.
some pirates.
You're gonna fight
You're
some
having
pirates.
a game where we play pirate.
You forget that Errol tells everybody he meets he's like my daughter Caitlin. And his whole life story for the first person he meets.
All right, so like keep in mind that Errol's experience with Ned is more than his experience with you, and Ned is way nicer and seemingly more useful.
Oh, that's good stuff. So yeah, so he's totally helping you. He's down with it, and he's asking, he's like, so what pirates are you gonna fight? And because he doesn't know anything about all that.
So
we were in the mansion, and
quick
they're
question.
all pirates.
Are we in the main room or are we in like someone's own personal room here?
No, you're in the main.
So I'm not talking as loud as I'm talking. It's
right.
Right. Maybe we could talk about this some other time, you know?
Oh yeah, man. I completely understand. You know, the word around town is you guys are heroes. That's what they're calling you now.
I don't know about that, but all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't even do anything heroic. I just started that rumor.
So at this point in time, after you guys have been there for a little bit, drinking and working on the costumes and what have you, then in comes Shay and Cyprian. We'll say just to speed along, get everybody together.
So we were invited to Otis Barnum's house for dinner.
Addison's gonna be like, even me?
Yeah.
What?
Even you.
Why did they do that?
He was drunk.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure he's going to even remember inviting us, to be perfectly honest.
We should definitely go.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be good.
All right. Sure.
And I got a new lead, so that was good. You know,
lead
on the
Shay says it exactly like that.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a new lead. That was good.
a lead for what? I mean, it's like, where you guys been? It's like, I came down and you guys were gone.
You have a lot of questions.
We have an invitation to dinner, so don't eat the swill here.
Well, first off, I like it. It's pretty good food here. I've been eating quite a bit of it, but also that doesn't preclude me eating dinner later too. Yeah, just learned that word. It's a good one.
Alrighty.
It is.
Susha, Warren does all the cooking. Did you know that?
Why are we talking about this is not important.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They have a library as well that needs some serious attention.
Right, but it's not a real library. It's a personal. It's just a. He needs the place to put his book. He probably never even read those books. They've been there for generations.
A personal library is a real library. There's a library, you say.
Oh, God damn it.
To everybody watching,
it have like a lot of stuff in it, but yes, it does have a few items of local interest.
I guarantee that this.
Interesting. That's where you find the gems.
I got to remember that when I'm DMing, I can't have there be like times in between doing stuff.
We'll fill them up.
When you guys show up in the town, they're gonna be like, "Oh, in an hour, you guys got to go do this."
Yeah, if you give us 5 hours, we're gonna talk.
That's my mistake. I've been trying to get him on this damn boat for two episodes now.
I would have been down.
Oh, I love it though. Okay, so
tell you what, Ned. Why don't we go for a little bit of a walk? Yeah.
All right.
And then we'll
And while we're on the walk, you can tell me about this library.
Yeah.
You guys want to come see my cats?
No.
No.
I want to come see your cats.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So for 5 hours.
Everybody's like, shut up, Addison.
Sure. So yeah, if we leave the tavern once we're on the street and have a little bit more privacy, I'll start telling Ned most of the details about what went down.
And anytime Boda pauses, Addison throws in a word or a phrase that has absolutely nothing to do with what happened, but she's just trying to throw Ned off.
Right. So to sum it all up, because of the lengthy conversation I just had with you, we are going to storm a pirate ship and, even more importantly, take it for
Oh,
ourselves.
that's awesome.
And then we'll become gods.
Well, I don't know about that, but it'd be cool though. Well,
He like leans in the phone and goes, "Hey man, what has Addison been drinking?"
No, I don't think so. I don't know if it's some sort of side effect of her weird wolfy transformations.
Oh
or-
yeah.
I don't know a lot of human children, so I don't know how normal it is, honestly.
Yeah. Transform-
Guys, she's 14.
Well,
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking with you, it's incredibly normal.
In the Underdark, when you change into a spider, you got some effects that linger.
What do you know of Prime Water? I say to Ned.
Whoa. Gellin? He's the richest man in town.
What else do you know about him?
He owns a lumber mill.
What
and
else?
A lot of warehouses and a merchant fleet.
And waterfront property, from what I understand.
Yeah, his mansion's hands down the best in town.
I mean, could you imagine living in a mansion on a coastal town, inland?
Yes, I actually could.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're rich. I forget.
No, I'm not rich. My family is.
That's
I'm
the richest rich guy thing to say, right? That's your motto. I'm not rich. My family is.
But I'm not throwing around anything. But this town would fit inside of our mansion. So
See, that's. I like that.
Right. Yeah.
So-
but, my cousins.
How's your library? What's your library look like?
Extended cousins, and it's the family mansion.
How many volumes is your library?
Oh God.
Well, I haven't actually.
Why did you go there?
But tens of thousands.
Whew.
I
You're getting chills.
hope to make it into all of the rooms someday.
Right. So, anyway, Ned, you've been a pretty solid sort with us. Did you have any interest in fighting a whole ship full of pirates?
Oh yeah, I'd definitely like to help you guys out with that.
Why are you so helpful?
What?
Why are you
Well,
so helpful?
I imagine he's probably interested in the rewards for such a.
Let him answer.
Well, wait. Let me hold on a second. Will I get paid?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Are you just? I mean,
Again, I go back to my question to Ned,
like you
not
guys-
Boda.
Ned can have my share of the boat. I'm not interested.
Oh, hey, yeah, I'm 100% in then, man. Yeah, you got it. I'm just, that's the reason I don't live in the Underdarks, because, I'm just a nice guy. I like helping.
right.
And you're not a drow.
Well, I'm half drow, so I understand your
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Right.
Which half?
it doesn't work that way.
That's actually a very important question for a drow. Which half, mother or father?
My mom was drow. Yeah.
Kill him. I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's a joke.
Right.
That's just how I joke.
That was a very good question.
Yeah, because the women are in charge in the Underdark. You know that.
Right.
Yeah, not the guys. It's another reason I don't live in the Underdark, because I don't want to get bossed around all the time. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then he'll stop by if you guys follow him. He'll take you to his house.
Oh yeah, I want to check out his house.
Well, I'm going in Ned's house.
Okay. Ned lives in a stone building on the bridge.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, that's a cool house.
that is a cool
Yeah.
house. Is it a
And,
loft?
Writing this down.
It's more like the British row houses where it's
Oh.
kind of thin and it's got levels to it. All the ones on so like he opens up the front door and there's like a skinny hallway that goes to the back and there's like a little kitchen area and then there's stairways going upstairs. But as he like gets to the door and he pulls out a key, and he knocks on it, and it's like a code that he knocks on it.
This is your
And then-
parents' house, isn't it, Ned?
And then he had, no, man, it's for my cats.
It's definitely his grandmother's house. There's definitely like gnomes in the front.
Yeah.
It's like garden gnomes in the front.
You're right.
The
All
the
furniture
couches,
have a plastic cover on
yeah,
it.
Yep.
doilies on
It
the
smells a
side
little bit
table.
like sauce.
A combination of sauce and mothballs.
Yes.
So he opens up the door, and as soon as he opens up the door,
And mildew.
on the stairs going up and into the hallway, going back to where his kitchen would be, there's like 6 cats sitting in the hallway looking at the door, and there's like 10 cats on the stairs going up. And and they all, as soon as he opens up the door, all they start doing is meow, meow.
I just realized what my problem with Ned is.
What's
He's
that?
my brother-in-law.
It's like, and he's
Wow.
like, oh, these are my babies here. And he
Yeah.
like goes in and he starts,
is-
and they all swarm up around him and stuff.
That is a lot of cats, Ned.
And,
That
and he
is
starts
what-
telling you
what
who
it
they are, and he starts saying their names, and they.
Addison's like,
So that wasn't mildew's kitty litter you were smelling.
And
yes.
so he's pointing him. He just points them out, and he goes, "If you guys want to come in, you're more than welcome to. I've got a sitting room upstairs, and then."
Oh yeah. That is a lot of cats.
Well, they you know, it's they have their own freedom. You know, they come and they go, but you know,
Right. Yeah. Oh.
you
Okay.
can't really. You don't own the cat. You know,
Right. Yeah.
it's sort of like a mutual.
The cat owns
respect
you.
thing.
No, that's true. We have many cats at the hospital where I'm from, the college. They hang out in the libraries. It's kind of nice.
I'm apparently
Yeah.
allergic to cats.
I too.
I rolled a Constitution save just to see.
10 will make it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm a little sniffly though.
Yeah.
There's just a
Yeah.
lot of fucking cats in here. That's a
Even
lot
though
of.
you're named after a cat, you're allergic to cats.
That's ironic, isn't it?
They're kind.
Shit, I got you.
So
Shit,
he'll
I'm hip
he'll
to your
take-
jive.
If you guys want to hang out, you can hang out in Ned's house. Otherwise,
Sure.
Yeah. This is. Yep. Does he have any decoration of any kind, or does
Yes.
he have?
It's all drow related.
Now it's
There's
actually,
like Cure and Susie and the Banshee posters.
yes. when you go in, Addison was pretty close to the mark. Everybody give me a notice roll. I want to see how much of
A notice roll. What game
Like
was you
perception?
playing?
Would that be perception?
Yes, perception. See, that's me and my other games.
I have a natural one.
Yeah, you don't care.
No.
Yeah. Total 9.
Errol definitely notices. Give me that. There it is. Okay, so is Cyprian gonna roll, or there it is? Oh, Cyprian 100% notices. It's almost as if this is an old lady's house due to its decorations and stuff. There's doilies and little figurines
I knew it. I called it.
and all
Yeah.
kinds of different
Cool.
stuff like that. You know.
So, Ned, do you live with anyone else, or
No, it's just me, man. Yeah.
We don't have any roommates.
No, it's just me.
Did your grandmother die? And leave you this house?
He gets kind of quiet for a second. No, not at all. I bought this house, yeah, and it just all this stuff it came with it. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
It is rather a small and quaint little place for you, I suppose. It's the
Yeah.
size of my own rooms back home. It feels rather homey.
Okay, not everybody was born rich, okay?
And so he
And
just
some of us were oppressed by the ruling class. You're starting to get on my nerves.
he lets you hang out on his
We're
second.
not the ruling class. We're just simple people who live by the sea.
The second floor is essentially
Simple. Our house is a town. We're simple people.
the second floor is basically like one big living room. Then there's stairs that go up.
Is there a water view from the living room?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, from my living room, there's water view. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Most of the house has water view. It's an island. I may have mentioned it.
There's plenty of old antique chairs and embroidered pillows and stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh,
All
well,
the-
it's a very cozy little place here, Ned. Thanks for sharing it with us there.
Yeah. And his cats, they just follow him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, so like when he goes over and he sits, you can tell it's his chair because like there's like a makeup case next to it. There's a mirror. There's like some books around. There's a book, How to Speak Undercommon, and all that over stuck.
There's
Things
a
like
record
that. So-
player with some Morrissey vinyls.
Oh yeah, and he like sits in the chair, and like a swarm of cats just. They all take turns, like going over and saying hi to him and all that, and then they kind of disperse a little bit. But then he's got like a core 5 that just hang on him and just lay him.
Can I see Prime Water's mansion from here?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? We're going to say yes. But it's looking out. His front window looks out over this way. His back, well, no, that doesn't make sense. His front window would look out that way over the bay because that's the better view. So it looks out this way. And he lives on the, so let's see, that's north, on the south side of the bridge. He lives on the south side of it.
I don't know. This map is
Can
so
you-
weird. I
yeah,
don't know
can
which
you-
South
way.
is this side.
Yes.
All right, so he lives on the side
Yeah.
that I can see
see
this
that
house.
map.
Okay,
So basically, he lives in one of these teeny tiny little houses.
on the
right
bridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right there in the center part.
I asked him if he has a spyglass or anything like that.
Well, yeah, man, I do.
Can I
Hold on
borrow
a
it?
second. Yeah, hold on. He like goes upstairs. You hear him, and his like a parade of cats follow him upstairs. You hear him rummaging around a little bit, and he brings down with him. He's got a leather satchel, like it's almost like a doctor's, like old time doctor satchels, and he like opens it up. And he's, like,
you hear from upstairs. Edward, what are you what are you looking for? I hear voices downstairs, Edward. Is anybody? Did you invite people over? You know I don't like it when you invite people over without telling me first.
So that doesn't
That's really
happen.
good.
But he comes down and he's got this leather case. He opens it up and he like pulls a couple of things out. Like he pulls out a set of lock picks. He pulls out like a Garrett, and you know, it's oh yeah, here we go. And he pulls out it's a leather case. I don't know. You guys ever seen cases that they keep the spyglasses in? It's like a leather case. You pop off the cap and you slide it out. And
Almost
then-
like a scroll case.
similar, yeah, but it's like it's metal wrapped in leather.
Oh, okay.
It is. So, and then basically he like pops the top and takes it out and he like hands it to you. So,
Okay.
Working on ships, I would know that those are pretty expensive items. Like,
oh
you know,
yes, they're like
so,
1,000 gold pieces. To
yeah.
get.
So Mona's
Oh,
gonna look at
wow.
him like, Ned, that's a pretty nice instrument there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get hold of one of those? I know most ship captains have to save up quite a bit before they can buy one out.
Are you asking where I bought it or where to get the money?
Where'd you get it from? I guess. Yeah.
Got it from Brookstone.
I had to mail away for it, but I used to work on ships, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Possible
Anyway,
crew
big
member.
Like on the Dark Lake.
Instrument there.
No. This is after it came topside.
Gotcha.
Errol, meanwhile, would have a notebook out and he'd be studying. He'd be fascinated by this whole dynamic of cats and like how Ned, as their alpha, like what level of influence he has over them and how well trained they are, and if the 5 that are near him hold a special place in the hierarchy. And it's just like this
Excellent.
it's odd to him, and because of that, it's interesting.
I need you to give me a perception or an investigation roll, your choice, which you want. And you can do
Perception.
it You can do it at advantage.
Or just
Makes
roll
no
two
difference.
19s.
219.
All right. How well do you know cats? Have you owned a cat?
Yeah, so there were cats in the library. Like book
Makes
people
sense.
are very often cat people.
It's true.
It's
And
just-
not to mention keeps the mice away from eating the books.
right.
These cats are amazingly well behaved. Like scary.
So it's not like
And,
my
like-
asshole cat.
He
Like
you
unnaturally-
notice Ned talks to them and they respond. So it'd be like, Mittens, come on now, you got to get away from there. You know I'm gonna be setting stuff down, and like Mittens will look at him and then like walk and move and go to another side and stuff. And he does little things like that,
Oh,
and
that's interesting.
and they listen to him when he talks to them on stuff. So
Okay.
like, yeah,
So my interest in this just went from like a 6 to a 9.
yes.
It's like this is
So like this now, the next thing that happens is like he goes over and he gives the spyglass to Shay. Now I take it, Shay, you go over to his window
Yeah.
to go look out.
Yep.
And it's a big window. It's a nice big window that looks out. All the cats, well, not all of them, but a lot of them, they all go and sit on the windowsill because it's kind of it's sort of like almost a bay window
Mhm.
in the amount of space. There's like enough space that you could actually sit down on there. It doesn't have a
I don't
what do you call it?
sit
Is it
on
a
there.
bucket?
No,
But-
I don't want cat
And
hair.
all the
over my
cats
clothes.
get up there and are looking out the window and like looking up and they're looking at Shay and then they look back over at Ned, then they look back at Shay and then they look out the window like they're saying, you know, like they're like trying to figure out what he's looking at and they're looking out the window with him as well.
If I was paying any attention to these cats, it would freak me the fuck out.
Yeah.
But I'm not. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just looking at. I'm trying to take a look to see. I'm looking for servants, things like that. People of
Prime
pale
Water's place is actually pretty busy where Otis's
Yeah.
wasn't so busy. The Prime Water house has a lot of people coming and going out of it.
Yeah, just looking for anyone airy and looking.
Okay. So you can definitely get an idea as far as the flow and traffic. Of
Yeah, and I want to get that down. So
Yeah.
see who's coming and going, how often. I mean, we're not there for a long period of time, but a couple
Right.
hours, I guess, while we're waiting for dinner. So
Yeah.
I will literally just stand there the entire time looking at
Okay.
this house.
All right. So you guys just gonna hang out at Ned's until it's time to go to dinner, or
Yeah,
I'm
Addison
in
is
like
perfectly content
super
petting cats.
observant mode now. I'm ritually casting detect magic and other stuff, and like just hyper analytical over Ned and his weird ass cats.
okay, you're gonna cast detect magic on the cats.
Yeah, well, just on his whole apartment now. It's just or whatever his
Well,
place.
he casts detect magic, and then he could see if there's magic.
Right.
Right.
It's 30 feet.
So are you gonna do that in Ned's presence?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
And Ned pays. Hey, what are you doing, man?
Just research. It's a very common. I know it looks like a big thing. It just helps me see more clearly.
It's almost as if you're casting a detect magic spell.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. Yes, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know you were familiar with the magical.
I'm from the Underdark, man.
Well, I mean,
I can even tell that, and I'm not even looking at you.
But he's not going to do anything. But once you finish the spell, all the cats have magical collars on them.
All the cats have magical qualities. You say?
Collars.
Collars.
Oh, magical collars.
Collars.
Oh, all right. So he wouldn't like want to make a big deal out of it, but he would not be uncomfortable asking Ned about it privately.
Okay.
So he says, and he would basically just like, I noticed that your cats are incredibly well behaved, and then obviously you just saw me cast their magical collars.
Yeah, man, it's kind of weird. And Ned has magic on him too.
Oh, what kind? Well, hold on, let me pull up detect magic. What would I know?
I think you can basically just see the aura coming off of stuff.
You know, so
I think it that's for the I don't know.
Detect
I don't know
magic.
about fifth
you
ed.
see
Sense
the aura,
presence
and
of
you
the
can,
magical aura. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Okay. See, I'm terrible at the schools of magic. So basically, you can tell that his one dagger is magical.
Okay.
That he has at his side, but you guys know about that pretty much.
My sword is magical.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. You detect a magical aura from. He's got like a little bag at his side, and that's got magic in it. So it's like it's kind of contained. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's got the same. Because I'm assuming enchantment is when you're talking about magical items, correct?
Probably.
Well, no. So enchantment is like the school of like any. So you can enchant any item with
Correct.
any school of magic. You know what I mean? So if it's like an
okay.
enchantment,
so it's basically you've got basically coming out magic coming off of those things that are essentially the same type of magic, whatever for weapons, like making of some sort of weapon.
Okay.
So
just like a general magical. It's not like they're a fire blast or so.
No.
It's just
it's not like it doesn't give off anything evocational.
Okay.
His ears are magic.
His ears are magic.
His ears are magic, and it's got basically the same type of magic for what do they have that for
Disguise self?
No, it's like
Divination?
Divination magic.
Yeah, for languages,
Oh.
I'm guessing.
For different types of
Mhm.
for detecting things. Yes.
So Errol's jaw right now is on the fucking floor, and because Ned is just kind of seems like a joke. And he's just like here he is decked out with his divination magic and like a pouch full of mystery magic and a magical weapon. And he's like arming
now the collars, all the collars.
right, the collars exactly. Like he's got this spyglass. His
what magic is
fucking dope? It's on the bridge.
Like summoning type magic.
Conjuration usually.
Oh, I thought it was like a control thing of real cats. So these are so he can summon.
Well, sort of. I mean, because basically, this is where me not knowing shit about the schools of magic comes
So
in.
if he's controlling real cats,
well,
it's
so if
called
it saves you
enchantment.
any time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, I was gonna say if he's actually controlling flesh and blood cats, it's probably enchantment. But if he's like bringing them from somewhere else, it's probably a conjuration.
Yeah, conjuration is like space.
And what's the one for movement?
Either
something's actions.
either. Well, you mean like increasing movement or like?
Well, like
making them move the way that he wants them to move.
Or
Alright,
like
so I think
teleportation.
I'm going to ritually cast Identify on this now because it's super interesting.
Teleport?
Which will pretty much just tell me what spell is affecting it. Or you can like be much more specific with what their collars are doing.
Well, I'll tell you what they do because they might not have a specific spell.
Sure.
So essentially, these collars are allowed.
Teleport is conjuration.
It is. There's conjuration magic and communication magic that's built into the collars, and so essentially, they allow for communication in some sort of magical travel.
All right, excellent.
So that's what you can get off of the collars. The ears has the same type of magical
And message would be transmutation.
Okay, so transmutation.
Sending would be evocation.
Oh, well, there you go.
Effectively, he can talk to and listen to his cats.
Yeah, and make them move and do stuff he wants them to do. Yeah,
it's seeming that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And so the ears seem to be the receivers.
Possibly.
Okay.
They seem to be they seem to have the same basic magical pattern to them.
Sure. Okay.
So,
I guarantee that you can watch every single Ghosts of Saltmarsh stream out there. There has never been an episode like this one.
yes.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
Ned is one of a kind.
This entire episode has been, I think,
This-
completely.
this
yeah.
Ned-
Shall we move
Yeah.
along now? Because it seems to be getting close to
Dinner,
it's
yes.
time to eat.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
And Errol leaves with a newfound fascination / respect / what the fuck?
So you guys will go, and Ned's not going to go. 'Cause
Right.
Ned,
I would
Ned-
not invite Ned.
Yeah, Ned wasn't invited, so he'll be like, so he'll just tell you guys, all right, so tomorrow we're gonna do the boat. Hey man, if you want to leave those pirate costumes, I can make sure to get them taken care of.
Oh yeah, no, that you are in charge, my friend.
right.
I'm a 42 wide, and then it is like he knows all his measurements, so he gives them to him. Right.
Yeah,
Does Errol tell everybody about what he found?
I don't know. After you guys,
I
don't know,
can't
you say-
imagine Errol keeping this
or
to
after-
himself.
after
Yeah.
you leave.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like, it doesn't seem like it would naturally arise, and it's not important enough to like make sure I notify you. Of.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I will tell the rest of you guys know. Errol cast magic in his place.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if anybody
You will
asks,
know.
I definitely
know
would have
that.
known what
I-
it was because I can cast the same spell.
I wouldn't have
Okay,
cared.
yeah, no. If anyone asks me at all, I'll be absolutely forthright.
Yeah.
I would have asked.
Then there you go.
Nice. Sweet. Well, that's
want one.
pretty cool.
You want one of his cats?
Yeah, I want the tiger striped one.
You got two
No.
tiger striped ones.
Yeah.
I want
I
the one
want
with the sixth finger.
yeah.
Polydactyl.
Yeah.
Adam has cats for free.
I've got. You can have the asshole cat. Anybody ready?
That's okay.
Anybody
I
watching?
have my pain in the ass cat who keeps trying to come in the room and then leave the room. Like, come in the room and leave yeah, like that's why I've been getting up. It's because he's meowing outside, but when I bring him in, he meows again. So
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
I
he
know
just
all
wants
about
you to
the
open the door.
Cats don't
Yeah.
like closed doors.
the door's
That's
open.
right.
He's just being a dick.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys go. You head up to Barnum's house.
Mhm.
As you guys are coming up the walk to the front door opens. Light comes out because it's starting to get a little bit dark. Well, it's summertime, so it's probably not dark yet, but it's
Yeah,
well
6
lit
o'clock would still
inside.
be open.
Yeah,
Still be
so
light, rather.
and basically it's another butler guy. It's not Scared that opens the door,
Hmm.
and he says, "Welcome, welcome."
What does this guy look like?
He looks like a butler.
I asked what's it.
Oh, are you the under butler?
That is a thing.
Yes, actually, I am.
And what can we call you?
Steven?
What's your last name?
Steven?
Stevens. Stevens.
Steven Stevens.
I'm assuming
You just
that's.
face palm so hard.
I'm assuming Steven Stevens is not on my list.
No, Steven Stevens is not on your list.
Okay.
He's not on anyone's list.
He wasn't even on my list. And I'm running the damn game.
You know what? He's on my list now.
Yeah.
There's no last name, first name, last name. That's not acceptable. He needs to die. Message from God came to me.
And so he brings you. He lets you guys come into the little foyer there and closes the door, and then walks over across, and then opens up these. Well, actually, no, they're open. So these doors are open when you come into the foyer, and then it goes off into this dining room over to the side. And there's a big table there, and at the table is Barnum and Edda.
I knew it.
Oh.
And Otis seems to have changed his clothes
Yeah.
and washed his face.
All right.
You know,
Fair enough.
yeah.
So, just because I'm getting them mixed up, Otis. All right. So Barnum is the butler.
No.
Otis is
No, Barnum is Otis.
the rich guy who's on the council.
Barnum's rich. Otis is the butler.
No, Otis Barnum
Oh,
is the same
Otis
person.
Barnum is
The
one
same
person.
guy.
Oh,
Otis
that-
is his first name. Barnum is
That's
his last name.
okay.
Yeah.
What's the who's the butler then?
Scarin Wave
Scarin.
Chaser.
Or something like that.
Wave Crasher.
Yeah, Wave Chaser.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool ocean name. Circus.
Yeah.
Well, circus.
Circus owns the surfer.
Otis. Okay.
There you go. And then there's Edda.
And then Edda.
Yeah.
Hello.
And they both stand up and they're like, "Hi," and say, I'm so glad that you guys were able to come. I've invited Edda, and Edda is like, "Hello, nice to
Good
meet you
evening."
again." Yes. And so you guys go and there's chairs around for you. It's like Edda sits down. All right, does that mean we can eat now? I'm hungry. You said we were going to eat, Otis.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
I'm
yes.
that.
And so then, as everybody takes their seats, then the serving girls, which probably are the maids too. He's rich; he ain't that rich. And they come in and they start like pouring drinks and all this different stuff. And you hear through the door that they came through. There's some like clattering and different stuff going on, like somebody in the kitchen. And then they start bringing out food and what have you. So Edda's there, and she's like chewing on a dinner roll, and so you guys got plans? You got it all together? You ready for tomorrow?
Yes. Yep. We have a course of action ready. Yep. Those miscreants won't be troubling you anymore.
Well, yeah.
Vote is like beaming. I imagine Vote is like, oh yeah, we're ready.
Well, it's. I'm glad you all agreed. I figured it's only fair that after all the work you've already done, that you get a chance to do it. But please remember that this is important for the town as well.
Oh yeah,
and any information or prisoners that you can bring back would be much appreciated.
That is part of our plan. Yes.
Yes. And if you're looking to sell the boat afterwards, if it's in good condition, I might be interested in it. I have a fleet of fishing boats, but I've been looking at getting into some trade, and that might be
Voda would really he'd really like the boat.
Well, we'll see what the boat's what the status of it is when it all is said and done.
Right. So is there anything in particular that you guys want to do or talk to them about during the dinner? Okay.
I have noticed that I don't remember. I think it was Shay or maybe it was Cyprian. I don't know. One of you said something like, "Are you the under butler or whatever?" I'm gonna be like, "Oh, this isn't the actual butler. Like, where's the actual butler?"
Oh, Scarin. Scarin's got the night off.
What an odd thing to do when you have guests coming. Is that
I kind of had already promised him the evening off, so
but that is a slight.
No, it's fine.
Errol's offended now.
Oh, I'm cool with it. Dinner's been great. It's been really lovely. Thank you.
Edda kind of like cocks an eyebrow and goes, "You're offended by the butler?"
Well, for guests you care about, you know what? I'm not going to explain etiquette to you.
Her name is Etta, though, so it's quite
Kit. I
name.
getcha. Yeah.
Right,
you can't have etiquette without Etta.
Is close. Is short for etiquette. So
Yeah.
And it just goes
lack thereof.
Yeah, you're right, son. Trying to explain etiquette to me would be kind of like trying to teach a horse to talk. I really don't have much place or time for.
I believe horses can talk. I've met fellows who are able to do so.
Oh, it's gonna be one.
Well,
I'm sorry that I came and I set this up.
Yeah, you did.
No. Anyway. So what do you all do for fun? I like sailing and swimming. And eating.
I was taking a look at your library.
I like reading about sailing, swimming, eating.
Yeah, and actually, Otis will tell Steve to show you the
not me,
library.
guys, not me. The underbutler.
Right. Yeah.
For a second, I was like, "Why is Steve?"
Already
Why did you call
made
Voda?
an offer. It was refused.
Oh, that's don't think nothing of it. I mean, go ahead. He was just being Scarin was just being protective of me. He's a protective sort.
Yes, well, perhaps later.
I mean, after dinner, when everyone's been drinking for a while and we've gone through all of this nonsense, everybody is ransacking the library and or organizing it. Uh,
Why not both?
I'll or both. I'll assume that Otis is 3 shits to the wind.
No.
Ah,
He appears to be a little bit buzzed, but you think that's just residual because he doesn't drink
During the dinner.
during the meal.
He's trying to make a good impression for Edda.
He's
yeah.
drinking water.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a moment, maybe he goes to use the outhouse, or probably has a room in house.
Yeah, there's a bathroom in
It's
there.
called the bathroom.
Maybe where you come from,
Bathrooms are a thing?
where I come from, it's the in-house.
Yep.
I'd ask Edda if she would.
Edda is very no nonsense.
Yeah, and I would just say, if you have a moment, I would like to speak with you privately.
Spill it now, boy. There's no reason for speaking privately about anything. Everybody here can be trusted.
Well, I don't know that that's true.
Well, I'm here to tell you it's that way. I've known Otis
I don't have.
pretty much all his life. And Edda is actually older than Otis by a little
Right.
bit. Yeah. She has more gray to her hair. And probably she looks a little bit older because she's obviously somebody who works outside a lot. So she's got that extra wrinkles from the sun and what have you. I said, and don't worry about the servants. If you worry about them, I can send them away.
Send them away.
You heard the man. Go ahead, get yourselves in the kitchen.
On there, like as they're leaving, he's like, "It's nothing." Errol is like, "It's nothing personal. You guys were doing great." He's like,
Addison's like, yeah, get out.
"It's good that you two have."
During the meal, though, Edda does make a point to tell Addison how sad she is to hear about Chance.
Aw, that's nice.
Addison's just gonna do what Addison does and nods and like shrugs it off.
So once the room is cleared, the doors are closed. I would say I'm choosing to trust you in this matter because it is an important one.
Okay.
I have it under good authority that there are Scarlet Brotherhood agents infiltrating your town.
Okay. That's all you got?
I believe.
No offense, son, but you look like you could be a Scarlet Brotherhood. I mean, red on red on red. I mean, you got to break it up some kind of way, son.
Well, I am wearing.
Well,
actually, yeah.
something.
Once what's his name was off duty, I took off the fucking cloak. Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, well, truth be told, my family worked for the Scarlet Brotherhood in the Tilvanot Peninsula. I started to.
She does seem taken aback when you say that.
Yeah. And we did so, my father did so, in order to protect my mother and myself. It turned out not to mean anything, as they stripped him of his title and made them slaves, he and my mother. I escaped. I'm tracking down certain...
Well, now, here's the thing is,
Yep.
your dad was full Sul, right? Your
No.
mom was not, correct?
No.
Okay. So he was a full citizen. Your mother and you were not.
Right. But
you were sub-citizens.
Right. But I'm not going into too much. I'm not going into all
Yeah.
that detail. I'm telling her what she needs to know.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
I said, so I've been able to track a group here.
You tracked a group of Scarlet Brotherhood here.
Indeed. They're looking for a library, which may or may not exist. But that's why they're here, and who knows what else they're doing. There's the leader of this group is a man named Scaran Wave Chaser.
And she like kind of leans back, and Otis goes, "What? That's my butler."
Indeed, and unfortunately, and I apologize for using false pretenses to get here, but that's the reason that I came here this afternoon.
And Otis looks at Etta and goes, "That's my butler." I know, Otis. I know. So, who have you told this
No one.
besides myself? Nobody.
Well, the constable,
Which one?
the chief constable. I don't remember his name.
Anders.
You've told Anders.
Yes.
You haven't told anybody else though.
Nope.
You could knock me over with a feather.
I didn't even tell Errol.
Otis, under his breath, goes, "That's my butler."
Yeah. So there's something more going on here than these pirates. When you mentioned that they're delivering weapons, it's possible that I don't know what their plans are here in Saltmarsh.
Well, I appreciate you telling me that. I also appreciate you keeping it close to your vest. That's a smart thing to do, especially around here, especially nowadays. Lots of folk here weren't here not that long ago. A lot of new faces, people from different places. Let's try and keep all this between us and Anders.
Mm-hmm.
And me, pops up Otis.
Hmm.
You and I are going to talk after they leave, Otis.
Yeah, a better background check would probably be in order when hiring new employees. References, I would.
Well, I got you see. Galen
Right.
told me to hire him. It's why wouldn't I trust Galen? Galen's
Well,
family.
that's the interesting question.
Prime
now, isn't
Waters
it?
are as old a family in town as I am, and
Mhm.
Etta just like waves him silent.
Mhm.
All right,
Tell me
Well-
about Mr. Primewater.
rich man.
I've heard he's the richest man in town.
Mhm.
I mean, he had the presence of mind to get waterfront.
That he is. He's a rich man. He's a fairly well connected man.
Yeah.
And you've told Anders that exactly what you've told me. Then
Mhm.
I'll have to talk to the chief constable. Then
Didn't Anders tell us that?
No.
I told him, and he told me that Wave Chaser was the butler.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because he once he told Anders that Anders informed him of who this person was because Anders wanted proof. Anders was like, "Well, you come to town saying there's Scarlet Brotherhood here. Yeah, bless you. Who is it?" And he's like, "Okay, all right. Well,
Anyway, we should probably go. I think we've overstayed our welcome.
here's a little thing. This is a two-way street. Trust, and you've done solid service here for us so far. And if what you say is true, obviously we'll be taking a look into these matters. But we're going to have to find out a little bit more about you." And she looks around at all of you, and the reasons you're all here, and if we can trust you as well. No offense. Now,
No,
Addison,
none taken because
Addison, I trust.
Yeah.
I mean none
know
taken.
I
because
know her people. I know her people, but
Lips her hair.
you three, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
and understandable, but please know that I'm not entirely sure that we can trust you. I'm telling you this information because I believe we can.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. We'll have to work on a two-way street back and forth to figure this out. It's completely understandable that the Brotherhood would have somebody in town. It's no secret what's going on here.
And there's more than just Wave Crasher. Chaser, whatever the fuck his name is.
That fucking guy.
Yeah, Wave dude.
Wave
Scary.
crusher.
Mhm.
Wave chaser.
Wave chaser. Scary. Just call him scary. She's like, okay, well, you do us this favor tomorrow. Take care of that. That's going to go a long ways towards helping this out with that. Keep this information, like I said, just between us, and do me a favor, and Anders and the town a favor. Don't do anything else without talking not to the council, but to me and the chief constable first, so that we can all stay informed as far as what's going on. And if we find any information out, we'll let you know as well. So you're here, why? And she's looking at Shay.
I am here to track down as many Scarlet Brotherhood associates as I can. Figure out their plans and stop them.
So you're just, sounds to me like you're pissed about what happened to your folk.
Yes.
Looking for a little bit of payback.
Revenge, yes.
I can understand that. That's understandable. That's understandable. Now, this fella here, and she points at Cyprian. So he's been going all around town asking about libraries. I'm assuming that's all connected to this library you're talking about then.
Possible. A coincidence.
Well, I don't believe in coincidences.
Mm-hmm.
Things generally tend to happen for reasons. So, and you guys are all associated with each other then? And she's pointing at you four.
Well, so I was on a boat, right? And
oh, that's right, Captain Harkin.
I'd like to be on a new boat.
Right, and he kind of, left town really quickly, so I've just sort of been like, well, right. And I fell in with these lot here, and yeah.
Well, you knew Shay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, not Shay, Chance, sorry.
Chance and I were kind of becoming some friends, and then, well, the unpleasantness happened.
I just saw this. Lord Forth asked if the cats are spiders. No, but the collars have spiders on them. Bedazzled spiders.
But yeah, so that's why I'm here, and just kind of.
What about you, son? And she points at Errol. What do you?
Hi, my name is Errol Thorne. I'm a priest of Deleb. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but he is the god of truth and knowledge.
And knowledge. Are you on one of those walkabouts?
Yes, that's exactly what I am.
Right.
So if there is one thing you can know of me, it is that I speak the truth, and I am here to observe, or to take in and give out knowledge.
What do you know about the silent ones?
I don't know. What do I know about the silent ones?
He responds.
You can give me a roll.
Sure. What kind of roll?
Give me
history.
History. Give me a history roll. Do it at advantage because you can have access through your books and stuff like that.
18.
Okay, good. So this is what you'll know. You know that the silent ones are an ancient organization. They were founded in Keelland. They are believed to be founded by the Sul. They are keepers of the arcane. And they have a tower that's just a day's ride south of whatever the capital's name is again, of Keelland. And the founding of this order predates the founding of Keelland. And Keelland is essentially the oldest kingdom in the Flyness.
So all right. So was this something of this Order of the Silent?
The silent Order of the Silent Ones.
Order of the Silent Ones. Okay.
Yes, and they also have this thing where they go on a walkabout. Whereas you're interested in knowledge, in knowledge, they go on walkabouts looking for, specifically for arcane stuff.
Okay, so it was, just to sum up, Sul Order of Wizards goes way, way back. Their tower predates the Keelland, which is like the oldest place in Flyness. So super old Order of Sul Wizards.
You got it.
Who go on walkabouts for arcane artifacts, I'm assuming?
Yes. and they are in ancient Keelland. They were never part of the Keelland government or kingdom, but they were sanctioned by them at one time, and that is kind of like fallen off to the wayside now, and they're just allowed to exist. They don't really mess with them, and their order generally they like to recruit albinos, and they recruit Sul. And you can tell someone who actually works in their order within the tower or something like that, someone who's like a full-blooded member, because generally they're also blind.
Okay.
These are the silent ones still?
The silent ones, yep.
Are also blind and mute.
No, just blind.
No, I was going to say they're effectively Helen Keller.
Yeah.
But they could hear.
They tend to be blind as well. And so she asks you what you know about.
So he'll think for a second. He's like, the Order of the Silent Ones. It sounds familiar. And he'll snap his book into existence and flip through. And yes, so ancient order, Sul and Wizards dates back beyond most of the Keelland. It's got a tower just south of blah blah da da da. Yes.
So you don't have a personal connection with them at all, do you?
No. I am. I've spent most of my life to this point in a library, and
okay.
He kind of looks back fondly.
Yeah. It's their time of year for a walkabout, and one of their gray-clad initiates has been seen around these parts recently.
Now, he's looking at an entry. He's like, I must ask, your butler, was he blind?
You ask Otis, because it's Otis's blood.
Yeah. All right, that's
and he's like, no, Scaren's not blind. He can see. Yeah.
And Scaren was like the one who was undead looking, right?
He's
like Lurch.
Sure.
Is basically what it is.
Yeah, he's Sul, though. He's part of the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know that. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, like, he's Sul. These Sul wizards have albino, like, member. I don't know. I'm wondering if there's a connection there.
So there's the Scarlet Brotherhood, and now there's these Silent Ones as well. That's just
Oh, there's so much more than that, Voda. It's a burden. Believe me, you don't want to know.
Well, I was just wondering, because like I said, it's their time of year for a walkabout. It's sort of similar. And,
no, I don't have a time of year. I will hopefully be on this walkabout for the rest of my life.
All right. Well, excellent. And maybe that's got something to do with your folks' library some kind of way. I mean, I'm assuming you're not looking for regular books when you say library.
No, I'm looking for new knowledge. The endless pursuit.
She's looking at Cyprian when she says that.
I am looking for a specific library that's supposed to be located here. And so far, I found a few book collections, but nothing that would be so grandiose as to be called a library.
Well, this here is the heartland of the old Sul refugees. There was lots that came out of here when the colorless fire burned them all out of their homes. So there's a lot of old Sul stuff around.
Yes, well.
But it seems that we have the Scarlet Brotherhood to be more worried about than anything else. And so I appreciate that information. And I'm going to go talk to Chief Constable Anders, and then I'll get back in contact with y'all. Like I said, please don't do anything until I have.
Right. When you say don't do anything, right, you mean like.
Well, we're still going after the boat.
Right. Okay. So
no. Don't do anything with Scaring or any other brotherhoods that you might.
Yeah.
Turn up. Matter of fact, if you want to just hold off a little bit and give us a little time to maybe catch up and see what we can't dig up, and then and we'll see what happens from there. Otis, can you walk me out, please? It's been a pleasure having dinner with all of you.
Right, it's nice to meet you
It's
again.
time for us to go as well. I think we have a long day tomorrow.
Yes, excellent. So, she'll. Are you guys all getting up to leave then?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get up.
Okay, then she'll let you
Errol is
leave.
going to, no one's hopefully, no one notices. Like he had his book out and it was floating, and he's just going to set it down on the table and walk out without it because he caught a weird sort of vibe at the very end there, and he kind of wants to listen to what they're going to say.
Okay.
So he's gonna once he leaves, he'll hold on to Voda probably and. Walk with him, but his sight and hearing will.
You're not used to the wine, are you? Yeah, right. Okay.
No, yeah, it's.
So as you guys are leaving, then Edda and Otis are like to the side, letting you leave, and Edda says, "Son, I think you forgot your book."
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's his favorite book. Yeah, thank you. He would have been sad if he left that there. Here. I'll walk him over to it. Here you go.
I rolled because she could have been oblivious. It could have happened.
Sure.
Because Otis didn't
I'll let
notice.
the barbarian say.
My butler. I'm sorry. What did Cyprian say?
As the barbarians say, until the star break, and then I go up the door.
Okay.
And as we walk out the door, and we're far enough away from the house as we head back toward the end. I just say, I feel like I should let you know that I'm good possibility that you're all in terrible danger now. But I needed to make sure that either one, if they weren't part of this, that we have some allies here, and also if they were part of this, one or the other, that it helps smoke out some of the others. Anyway, good night. And then I'll just head off down the path.
So actually, before he gets to that, when they give him back the book, I'm going to tuck it back into my bag, snap it out of existence, and snap it back into existence, like standing up in one of the bookshelves, if I can find a space.
Okay, so let's see. We'll roll and see if there's bookshelves in here because the library's in a different room.
Sure.
So if
if there's like any sort of shelf or anything where I think I can
There's a good chance. So we'll say there's going to be a if just you want high or low.
High. I'll go high.
Okay, high. Here we go.
20.
Hell
Nice.
yeah. There's actually a bookcase that has a bunch of cookbooks on it.
Boom.
Or something along those lines. And
Sure.
so, okay, you click it into there. I'm going to give her another notice roll, but this is going to be a disadvantage for her. And that's... Oh, okay, so we're going to go with the 10, 13...
I mean, I rolled a 20.
Yeah, you did.
You rolled a
You did.
20.
Yeah.
So it's good. So it's in there because it would be essentially, yeah. So, and then you guys go out. Shay has his little speech, and
I hope they're shady now because I'm going to Great Lakes.
Yeah.
basically what you end up hearing is that Edda is telling Otis that he's going to come to her house, and she wants him to spend the night at her house and possibly the next day or two, and he needs to stay there and stay out of sight for a little bit while she looks at some things. And he is more than willing to do this. He doesn't even ask why. He's just like, sure, I'm your man. I can do it. No problem. And she says, good, tells him to go ahead and get some of his stuff together, and then they're going to leave as soon as he's ready. And
All right, so I'm actually going to hang back and try to follow them. I want to know where Edda's house is because
Addison knows.
I could just tell you.
Oh, perfect. Never mind. Like I'd ask before. So,
and you could also ask Addison about Edda if you wanted.
Yeah. Tell me if you know where she lives. Tell me about her.
Edison is considered the most stand-up person in the town. She has the utmost respect of everybody. And she has the disrespect of those who she considers slothish and don't want to work and take advantage of other people. She is the epitome of, sure, we're going to go into alignments. This chick is lawful good.
I thought so. And she and Prime Water didn't get along, right?
Her and Prime Water had disagreed on how she's the one who pushed for you guys to have a shot at the boat. Prime Water is the guy who wanted to use
That's
the
okay. Good.
rovers.
I'm glad that I remembered that correctly.
And supposedly the rovers are in town, some of them.
Yeah.
Which is that's the other adventuring group.
Right. They don't interest me. Yes.
I'm not saying shit. So
So
yeah,
you say there's more skilled people I could be hiring?
You haven't paid anybody anything, by the way.
He gave a copper to Chance.
That's true. But yeah. And then Chance immediately died.
And I'm about to pay you all in a boat.
Well, I think
You like how my mind works here?
Yeah. It's your boat to give. Yeah.
There it is.
Right.
There it is. So, do you still want to follow him? I mean, Edison pretty much.
No.
She's vouching for Edda. She's
Yeah.
saying that Edda's like big time stand up person.
Yeah, no, that's good enough for me then.
And that's pretty much the same story you get about Anders. Anders is the, he's the law, but he's a fair guy.
Yeah, no, the only altercation I had with him when I was trying to look out for Shay, and that was the mistake.
Because who knew that Shay would be so bloodthirsty and just want to kill innocent townspeople?
They're fucking pirates.
I'm over here almost lying for him.
They're lying pirates that are part of this evil scheme, and I didn't kill them.
I'm talking about the guards. That's just like, oh, you guys are looking for that? You just got it. Here, hold on.
Oh, I do.
Map.
I am still thinking that we might have to take care of
Marlin
them,
and
if you know what I mean.
That's
Yeah.
their name. The two town guards.
I don't want to kill them. I think we may have to.
I think you do want to kill them.
Because that stands up in court. You don't understand. I didn't want to kill them.
They had information that I didn't want other people to know, so I had to kill them. Pretty cut and dry, Your Honor.
Yes, indubitably. Well, with that having been said, we are coming to a conclusion of this episode.
Still no boat.
So you think?
Maybe
But
next session if you're
we're
lucky.
going after it next session.
Yes, you guys have got to, and you know what? Fourth brings up a great point. By going after these pirates, it's the end of the revenge for Chance.
There you go.
These are the guys that killed Chance.
Yeah.
Or these pirates, this organization. So these are the guys you can finally avenge Chance.
That's true.
So yeah, but you guys have dug up an awful lot.
We got a lot
what
of
seems to be
information,
going on in the town. Yeah, for sure.
We went completely off script, but we got a lot of information.
Well, this is just information that is technically, you can dig up at any one time, but it's just when you dig it up. As opposed to, we went and we got the boat. Now we're going to look around town some more and maybe find it out then or what have you. So, but
we just really want to make Voda
wait.
just dwell in anticipation.
Yeah. If you guys want to role play breakfast for 4 hours,
viewership be damned.
I'd be more interested in watching than that.
I'm sorry, these eggs are cold. Could you please return them and bring me a new dish?
Exactly. All right, everybody. Hey, on behalf of the entire crew, Katie, Adam, Jairus, Steve, and Michael, I am Will DM. We want to thank you very much for tuning in again to watch this here Greyhawk Presents The Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Tomorrow we will be having Tales of a Savage Land, which will be on again. It'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you haven't already joined the Discord channel for us, you can go down below. There's a little link down there. You can press and it takes you over.
Assuming you're watching this on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. And the new episode, The Down Roll's up. Notice I said the name right.
The down roll is up.
The down roll is up.
The down roll is up.
What did we talk about this, Pat? What did we talk about? We talked about alignment. Yeah.
This episode was all about alignments. So
Why is alignment so important?
You have to watch the down roll to find out.
You gotta give me a tagline.
Yeah.
Something.
Why does it matter?
Why does it matter?
Why does it matter? And you can watch it either. You can either go into the videos here on the Twitch channel, or you can go where, Adam? You
can go to YouTube /Mr. Atom PL, or you can go to Facebook /Greyhawk Adventures /Wicked Studios LLC or /Tales of a Savage Land.
Yep.
It's on any one of those. You can watch it. Man, basically just go to Facebook.
Yeah,
it's all
if that's something else.
Yeah, we've littered Facebook with this episode.
And that's something else I should say. If you're watching this and you like Greyhawk or you just like D&D stuff,
or you just like us,
by all means, you should go to Facebook and just look up Greyhawk Adventures. That's going to be us. It's just those. It's not Tales of Greyhawk Adventures. None of that stuff. Just Greyhawk Adventures. Go there. I put tons of crap on there. All kinds of good stuff. So if you like that sort of thing, go to over there. Like the channel, or I guess.
Or also just if you like Adam or Steve, because if we get to 500 followers, bikini pics from both of them.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I was gonna do it for free, but Jairus told me to hold off because it's such a treat. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a scary thought.
On that note, we will see you next Tuesday. Good night.
Peace out.
Bye.